Hi, everyone. Take a deep breath, because today's gonna be a lot. Are we good? Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we got this. We're gonna talk about the expansion pack today. I'm so excited. I'm a little bit nervous, actually, but I'm excited. I've spent the last, since Thursday night? Oh my god, I've had my game open for days. I haven't closed The Sims 4 in days. I've been recording so much, so hopefully we've got a decent amount of stuff to talk about and show you all and everything. I'm really excited, and we'll get into it in a sec. Quick disclaimer, I guess. I know I'm gonna have to say it again probably when people come in more, but I don't have early access right now. What I'm about to show you isn't actual active gameplay, as in I can't just open my game and show you the game. What I have though is footage that I recorded over the weekend. So I've got a bunch of recordings that we can watch back, but I don't have the game to physically play it. We had temporary early access essentially. So I can't pop in and show you everything if I didn't get a video of it, but I think I got a video of pretty much everything I wanted to. So hopefully that's good. Also, as far as schedule stuff goes, today on YouTube, I posted a video on the behind the scenes of the builds that we've done, or that I've done for the pack. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna make a video about the baby update, and we'll talk about the base game baby stuff. And then Wednesday, I'm posting a full review of the pack. I finally finished that today. Oh my god, I've never spent so long on a YouTube video. Actually, the video that I posted today is probably the longest I've ever spent on a YouTube video. Yeah, we've got a couple things planned for the next couple days that hopefully you will enjoy. So, yeah, anyway. Should we begin? I don't know. Did they change the price of the door? Oh my god, I don't remember what I said, what it cost before. Okay, hang on. I've got footage. Why didn't I check that? I don't remember. The video that I posted today, I made that 2 months ago. So I don't remember what I said. It was 390. Oh my god, you all know because you watched it today. Okay, wait. I have a footage of scrolling through build mode. Maybe we could watch this first. Hold on. Okay, this is a screenshot, by the way. I put it here so when I don't have a video up, it looks like I'm watching something. It's just a screenshot of the map. Okay, I think media source, how about this? So I know that I got... Okay, let's watch this. And at some point, I'll get to the door. This is all the build things, but not all of them, because I got tired of placing swatches. So at a certain point, I stopped placing all the swatches. I started putting half, but I put most of them. We'll talk about this. I'll let you watch this while I talk to chat, and then we'll watch it again probably and talk about it. But once you get, I don't know if you can see the bookshelf section. That's where I gave up. I was like, I can't do this. There's 10, 12, 15 swatches of each of these, and there's 5 of them. No. It was too much. So I gave up. Thank you all for the subs and stuff, by the way. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna be able to catch up probably, but thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. We're gonna try and answer as many questions as possible too. Just because I have this up, I feel like I should probably answer a couple build mode questions. The thing that you're seeing at the bottom, all those giant rugs that take up the whole space, those are all the splash pad items. There's a bunch of rug pieces of the splash pads that are bases to them, which is kind of cool. And you can see the whale is has water. It's like a fountain. So those are all splash pad things that you're seeing there at the bottom. I was really intrigued by those rugs because I feel like while they're enormous, you could probably size them down and use them like regular rugs too for kids' rooms and stuff. Which is kind of fun. So, yeah, the plant is grouped together. I know, I was upset about that too. There's some floor plants that are grouped together. They're stuck together. I don't know. Do the splash mats have functionality? You know, the actual, the rug part, those pads there, those don't function at all. Those are just rugs. The parts that have functionality are the little mushroom things that you see above them on the map there. That is the actual splash pad part, the fountain parts that you can see. So you could just put those on grass and they would still work, I assume, but you can use the splash pad base so it looks better. Does that make sense? And it's all separated, so you can put it together however you want to. So you could use them as rugs, like it works the same. So yeah, there's no new kitchen counters. There is a new fridge, stove, and like range hood. But anyway, there's no new kitchen counters. So the door is $375. Oh, really? Interesting. They did lower it. It was $390. Now it's $375. Interesting. But yeah, I don't even know where to begin with this. Oh my god. By the way, Nilo, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. And Glamour with the, oh my god, 10,000 bits. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. Thank you all so much. Okay. So this video is just me showing off all of the different build things. I like kind of hovered over them and showed you all the labels. And then I like zoomed in and got into more of the actual footage of like all the actual things. Where do you all want to start? Do you want to start with like the build items? Would that be more preferable to you? To like zoom into the objects and we can look at that first? I think we shall. This is the video that I filmed of all the build items. This is where I kind of zoomed in and actually looked at everything. With this, if I pause it, oh my god, you can, okay, it does pause. That's perfect. Okay, so these are the beds. There's a single bed and a bunk bed version of it, obviously, so that you can, you know. The beds actually have matching swatches to the new base game rug. I don't know if you remember from the live stream they showed us before of the base game stuff. The base game rug has a lot of these swatches. So it's kind of cute that we have the bed. This dinosaur one, by far my favorite. That is the cutest thing ever. Cutest thing ever. I'm so excited about that. Also, this little polka dot one, I really like those. I don't know. The bed is really nice. I'm really excited about the bed. So we have that. Obviously, we have the bunk bed version. I think I got back over here, but you can see like a little bit of the sinks and the toddler potties in that corner as well, which is kind of nice. I like the sinks a lot. There's some really nice stuff here. We have one double bed as well. These are all those swatches. And then to the right of the double bed, you can see all of the, those are all of the sleeping bags. The ones at the top are actually toddler sleeping bags. So there's even toddler ones. And the ones at the bottom are like the full-size single bed sleeping bags. The plain colors that you're seeing are like the default ones, and then the like special fancy ones are the ones that you unlock when you have like a successful slumber party. But they're really cute. I think specifically the bee one and the frog one are my favorites. I think that is so adorable. It's a shame that like those are only the toddler sized ones, because I would love that as like the full size ones, but they're really cute. I have some footage of a slumber party as well. But like when you invite Sims over for it, they bring their own sleeping bag and they just put it down and then everybody sleeps there. It's kind of nice. This is all pack content, friends. So none of these things are coming in the base game. This is all pack content. Everything you're seeing here is content from Growing Together. This is all pack content. None of this is in the base game. Okay. Over here, this thing right here, you can see these are the new pack bassinets. So there's one new bassinet in the pack. It's got a bunch of swatches. My favorite is that first one in the like front left. That one has like some little rainbows on it. It's like little rainbow colors. But I really like this bassinet. I think it's super cute. I feel like we don't have a lot of bassinets, so it's fun to get some more. And you can see behind it, those first two chairs. Annoyingly, I can't use my mouse because I'm playing footage in OBS, but the first two chairs that you're seeing back there are both rocking chairs. So we've got two new rocking chairs there, which is kind of exciting. I really like those though. I feel like it's nice to have some sort of cozy rocking chairs. The ones that we have from Nifty Knitting right now are like wooden. So they seem kind of uncomfortable, you know, but these look nice. Like you could sit there with the baby, hold them. East, I have some gameplay footage. Yeah, we'll show that off later. We're starting off here. Oh my god, I'm getting overwhelmed. Okay, where should we begin? There's two new couches. And I don't know if you can see all of those things in the way back that are like all those colors. There's like a blue, yellow, orange one. That in the back is a chair and in front of it is a desk. And that's sort of like, if I were to group these things into like what sort of categories of build styles do we have sort of like the craftsman-y type of stuff, and then we have some more modern things. that are like for homes, and then we have like some rec center community lot type stuff. So those things are like very much like a privacy chair that you might put in like a library or a rec center, and like a desk that tiles nicely to put in the rec center. So the back is the chair. It has like a big tall back to it, and it kind of like has sides, and then the desk as well. But those are like community lot type of things, you know. That's why they have all those fun colors and stuff. So I think that's what those are for back there. Some of this stuff is giving IKEA's kids section, maybe. So those are the couches. Over here, we have some benches. You can see that like the brown yellow thing is benches. There's a dining table. There's like a side table. There's a bunch of side tables. That big long table, these are all more of the rec center things. I wish that I could show you my mouse. Oh my God, it's so difficult. The 3 wide table is a puzzle table. There's some round tables that match those rec center color schemes. The little square tables back there are the actual like puzzle tables, the regular size ones. There's some like kids desks. There's like some little cabinet items. There's so much stuff. Puzzle table. Yeah, it works like a regular game table, but so you know how right now you can play cards, and if you have a couple packs, there's like Jenga and stuff. There's also now symbols, which is like Scrabble. And also puzzles that you can do, which I'll show you more of later. The cannons underneath my face, those are like event cannons. I'll show you footage of that too. It's like a confetti cannon, except it catches on fire sometimes. The first time that I used it, it caught on fire. Can I go back a little bit? There's so much stuff here. Okay, so you can see the backpack. There is a cow plant swatch, adorable. Bee swatch, adorable. Unicorn dog, great backpack. Iconic backpack. There's also a suitcase. The suitcase functions like a dresser as well, which is kind of nice. The little circle things, like right there, those are speakers. So they play music, which is kind of cool. The little tiny square boxes, those are all the memory boxes. There's 3 different versions of them. You can like open it and put stuff in it. You could put like your marriage certificate and like a photo of your sim and stuff. And then the little thingies that look like maybe makeup kits or whatever on the far left side, those are the friendship bracelet kits. So you can place those down and your sim can click on it and then make a friendship bracelet, which is kind of nice. So you can use those to make all the friendship bracelets. They're pretty cheap too, and you don't need to like have it on you or be sitting next to it to use it. It can just be somewhere and you can click on it and then your sim will make it. So it's easier. When was this footage recorded? I made this video this morning, but the rest of it I filmed over the weekend. I don't have access anymore, but we had it over the past couple of days. So we literally lost access like a couple hours ago. So anyway, that's what all those little tiny things are, which are kind of nice. There's a bunch of like cute little cluttery things. Down here, that's like a coffee table that looks kind of like a chest, and you can see some more of that cutesy kids desk that has all that nice clutter on it. I don't think there's any new deaths, no win. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a new death. I was sad about it too. Oh my goodness. Okay, these signs. We'll get into this in a second. Somebody had a question. I don't know why they take it away. French, it's because they're sort of mimicking how they used to fly people out to play the pack in person. They do like a temporary access then. This is like a temporary access in advance of the pack actually coming out. They have to give us like a second version of the game and all the watermark business. So that's why we have like a limited time access with it. It's always been like that since COVID started. So that's why. Anyway, these signs. So not to take credit for this, but you know how I built the rec center? I was like, hey, listen, guys, I would really like to have a sign for the rec center. I think that would be so nice. And they were like, oh my God, yeah. And then they made one and one for the library. So there's 2 signs. They're both kind of like generic community lot-y. Like you could kind of use them anywhere, but there's 2 signs. And this one has a waterfall, the rec center one. So, hi Snap. I know, you want to help? Okay. But I was really excited about that. I think it's kind of cool to have some more signs. That's one of the things that I always want more of. The base game is kind of lacking. It's so hard to build community lots and have like appropriate signage for it, you know? So that's kind of cool. Also, the item behind those signs, I think is one of my favorites in the whole pack. It's like the little corkboard with the drawings on it. They made that so that you could put it in like the art room of the rec center, basically. But it's like, it's got like little kids drawings displayed on it. I just think that's so cute. And there's kind of an adult version too that has some still lifes, but I really liked that. I thought that was so adorable. So there's a shark with legs. Yeah, there is a shark with legs. I hadn't looked that closely at it. That's interesting. The rec center's in the pack, not in the update. No, the rec center's part of the pack. So that's, oh my goodness, she headbutted me. All of the stuff that we're gonna show you today is from the pack, not from the update, okay? The update is very heavily infant focused. Okay, so here's a couple more kids things. You can see these items, there's some toy boxes kind of like right there, you know, right there. That's like a hand-me-down toy box, I think it's called or something. So it's just, it works like a regular toy box, but it's kind of cutesy. To the left of that, there's like the little baby playmat, the infant playmat, which is kind of adorable. You can see some more mirrors that we have. Over here, these are all of the new kitchen items. We have this fridge, the stove, and the range hood. Which I really like, by the way. The pink swatch and the green swatch specifically, I think are my favorites out of all of them. I really like those. The stove is so beautiful. Isn't that so nice? It's really expensive though. The stove is like 3,000 simoleons. So, pricey. I think the fridge is like 2,100 or something. I forget exactly, but there's not counters. No, it's just the stove and fridge and range hood, but I really like them at least. I wish that we had gotten counters, but I'm not surprised. These are all of the baby changing tables. So this is one of the bigger disappointments, in my opinion, of the pack, is that the changing tables are from the pack and they're not base game. You can see they've kind of made them to mimic the base game beds. We have like that little kids set. There's like one of the base game bed sets, and there's also the new one that matches the new crib and stuff that's going to be base game. And then you can see like the public one. Those things that are floating, those are the ones that you would hang on the wall in like a public room. And there's trash cans that will like slot to it as well. But yeah, the actual changing table is from the pack, not base game. People were really mad about that when I told them that a couple days ago. And they were like, how do you change the baby then? And I was like, well, just like how you change a toddler now. Like you don't have a changing table now and it's that way. But yeah, these are part of the pack, which I don't really understand. Like I don't really see why they did that, but it's a pack thing. So there isn't going to be changing table. No, that's not base game. These are from the pack. So yeah, toddlers can use the changing table too. So like infants and toddlers can both be changed in the changing table. And I think from what I noticed, I think if you have a changing table, you like have to use it. They won't just do it like how they used to, like by putting them up in the air. So, but I don't know. You don't love that? Yeah, I'm disappointed in that one too. The thing about this is, right, I don't know. I wish that these ones, like the top ones that match the base game stuff, were base game, and maybe like the public one was from the pack or something, because that just makes more sense, but whatever. One cool thing, you can see how the ones in the front have like space in the back of it, like kind of behind the spot where the baby lays. Those have slots, so you can like slot the new base game stuff to it. So there's like base game diaper decor and stuff that slots to the back of the changing table, which is kind of cool. So I think that part is nice. Oh my god, my cat is being so distracting. So that's kind of nice that it slots there. But yeah, bigger disappointment of the pack is that those are pack content. But anyway, we got the changing tables there. I think I might have shown, yeah, you can see how the little trash can slots to either side. One kind of interesting thing about the trash can is that if you don't have one there, when you change the babies, if you don't have a trash can like in the room or attached to it or whatever, they just throw the diaper on the floor. So like you'd be changing the baby and then it would just diaper on the floor. If you have it there, it'll go in there automatically. If you don't, diaper on the floor. So you do have to like pick it up and clean it. Yeah, Sims 2 vibes, right? But they just throw the diaper on the floor. So I had a lot of dirty diapers around the place. There was a lot of mess in the house because the same thing when the toddlers and babies would be like eating in the high chair. You know how they just throw food? There's food on the floor. There's diapers on the floor. It's everywhere. Mess everywhere. Thank you. She's headbutted me again. But yeah, that's what the changing table looks like. This is the new fireplace, which I think is my new favorite fireplace we've ever gotten. I think it's really cute. I really like the like herringbone pattern in it. The wood is so beautiful. It's a really nice fireplace. I think it's really, really pretty. So I quite like that one. I know, Snap. I'm sorry. I'll pet you. I know. We have this new dresser, which is kind of cute. Oh, I skipped right past it. I was excited about the toys, apparently. These things are interesting. So these are like little decoration items. They aren't actually toys. There's like some little decorations. You can see like the little castaway bear. There's like a pirate sail bear. There's a little rocket ship thing. There's like a fairy one in the back. Those things I think are all decorations that are designed to match the different treehouse variants. So if your sim is like playing the pirate treehouse game, you could like put that thing there and it would match. I think that's what they're supposed to be. But they're also just cute decorations because they're kind of like little toys that match the games that you can play. So those are kind of nice little features. There's also some new gnomes, and these are like some little craft things. This is some of the clutter that I didn't show all the swatches for because I got sick of placing it. These are like little board games. So there's some puzzle and board game boxes. The actual game itself is on the table, like the game table. But these are just like decorative games that you can place around if you would like to. Which is kind of nice. And also above it, those are like some little, I think that they're supposed to be like keepsakey souvenirs. So there's like a souvenir city thing above me. There's like a trolley and a taxi cab. I think that they're supposed to be like implying things maybe your Sims collected or whatever. And then one of the other clutter things that I really liked was there's like a little, oh, go back. Well, down there, there's like a little owl, and there's also the little, next to my face here, that's like a little box of like tools that you could place. So if you wanted to like, you know, have a sim who's into handiness, there's some nice clutter for that, which is kind of cool. And there's a gnome, that's like a sailor gnome. So he's got a steering wheel, which is nice. And also the owl. I mean, come on, the owl is the cutest thing we've ever gotten. This is a part of the pack, Penny. It's all pack content, not base game. Okay. Anyway, here's one of the plants. We have this super cute little plant. Hold on, let me reply to, oh my God, I tried to type an answer to Dan's question and, my cat was on the keyboard, so it didn't work. Okay, anyway, this is one of the plants. This is like, it's almost like bamboo or something in like a bigger sort of outdoor planter. There's kind of a cute indoor golden planter. There's like some flowers for the table. There's like this little mushroom fairy house thing, which I think is my favorite of all the plants. Oh yeah, I don't have the game right now, Cassie. This is video. I'm playing a video and pausing it. I'm pausing it. I don't have the game. We're just watching footage back right now that I recorded earlier when I did have the game. So there's a bunch of chairs. Here's some more plants. This is my second biggest disappointment of the pack. These plants are attached. Why? I don't know. If I'm being honest with you, I do not recognize this. I'm not sure it was in the game when I had access to build. Maybe it was. I don't know. But I don't recognize it. If it was and I had seen it, I would have said something about how it was stupid that it was attached. But they're attached. Like the four of them are together. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they think that we want that. I would rather have just one of those things than the four of them together. Like if you had given me just the Monstera and not the other three, I would have been fine. You know? I would have liked it better. But no, the four of them are attached. So, and they're kind of far apart. It's just hard to use items like this. So I don't really like it, but it's cute. I put it, when I was building, I put it like on the patios and stuff, but I find it hard to put inside the house because it takes up so much space. I don't know. That's not ideal, but here are some of the lamps. There's a couple floor lamps, there's a table lamp, there's like a little moon lamp, and there's also like a cute lantern type of thing, which is kind of nice. Over here, oh my God, bikes. Okay, so there are 6 new kids bikes and 1 adult bike. So you can kind of see there's like 4 colors of each bike, of the kids' bikes. They're really similar. There's different swatches to them, but the difference is like one of them has a light, one of them has a bell, one of them has a basket, one of them has a light, bell, and basket. So there's like a bunch of variants like that. of the different bikes and a few different swatches. And then, of course, there's an adult bike as well. The adult bike has a bunch more swatches. I don't really understand why we got 6 bikes. I'm glad, but that seems like a lot of bikes. There's so many bikes in this pack. I think that like the fancier ones are probably more expensive. I'd have to watch back that price thing again from earlier. But here's some like up close footage of them, which is kind of cool. You can see that light there on that one. This one has like the horn and the light and the basket. You can make a bike shop now. Yeah, you could. Here's the pianos. We have one upright piano. It comes in a bunch of swatches. There's a few like painted patterned ones and then also the plain ones with like the white, black swatches and stuff. Here's the new shower tub combo. Very expensive. It's like 3,000 simoleons. I'll show you the pianos again because this is a highlight for everybody. But it's kind of cool how the painted ones have like an interesting front and back to them. And there's also some nice plain ones and all the basic wood swatches, which is good. I'm glad that we got both because they have a real tendency to do like too many funky swatches. This is better, half and half. We don't need a funky swatch of everything, you know? But this is good. This is the shower tub combo. You can see it has a lot of different nice like gold, silver, and black swatches of the hardware. It's beautiful. This is my favorite shower tub combo that we have. This to me is like so nice and also so normal. I've never had a like shower tub combo with nice fancy glass like this in real life, but this to me is like the most normal looking shower if it had a shower curtain instead. So I'm really glad to have this. It is a fancy one though, because it's got like 2 shower heads. There's a sprayer and everything. It's a nice shower. Here's the toddler potties. We got 2 of them and we have that new sink that matches, which is super nice. I'm glad they didn't bother making a real toilet. One of the things that I always think is so silly is like, why do we have so many toilets? Oh, we've got enough toilets. We don't need a toilet to match this bathroom set. Like we can use the base game ones. So I'm glad we got like toddler potties instead of adult potties, you know? But it's nice to have a bathroom set. Here's the new rug. There's one new rug and then all the splash pads that kind of work like rugs. These are the bookshelves that I told you I got bored of when I was trying to place all the swatches down. I stopped. There's a bunch of swatches, but I didn't put all of them. So there's 2 kinds of bookshelves in this pack. There's like these ones that sort of match all that rec center furniture. So there's a plain version. There's 2 versions that have shaped shelves. And then there's like some end pieces here by my face. So it's nice because you can combine these in different things. One kind of annoying part about it though, I don't know if you can tell, but these end pieces that I'm sitting in front of, there's not as many swatches of that as there is the other ones. Why? I have no idea. But there's more swatches of the shape shelves than there are of these. I don't know. And the shapes are shelves. So you can put like, you can slot items into the like circle and stuff. Which is kind of cool. But I don't know why they did that, to be honest. They always do these weird swatch things. I'll never understand. I will never understand. But that's that. This is the other bookshelf. This one is my favorite. So there's 2 variants of it. There's like, basically they're the same, but they have different clutter on them. So you can tile them nicely. And then it looks like, why didn't I tell them about it? I did! Guys, of course I mentioned it. Anyway, the reason that we have 2 variants of this bookshelf is because they asked, would that be nice? And we were like, oh my God, yeah, please make a second version so you can tile it. Because it looks so like repetitive when you had 3 of them. So now there's 2 variants that have different clutter, so it looks really good together. I really like this bookshelf. I'm gonna use this a lot. And it's got some nice swatches too, like nice wood swatches, but it kind of matches everything. Here's like a couple ceiling light type of vibes. There's a really big circular one, which is kind of cool. And then we have just a couple like regular pendant lights, which is kind of nice. You can see like all the different metal variants there. I don't know where I'm going next. We'll see. Watching back a video is so weird. Here are the mirrors. Oh, I missed one. There's also a mirror that like goes above a bathroom sink. At this point, I was placing items for so long I got bored. So I definitely missed some of the wall stuff. But for that, I am sorry. There's just so many items. There's so many items in this pack. You can see it fills up like an entire 64 by 64 lot. These are the windows. I didn't place every color variant of all of them, but you can see I placed all the color variants of that tiny window on the left. And then we have like a skinny version, a skinny stained glass version. There's a 2 wide version. There's a big version as well, which is kind of cool. And then we have some like bigger, more modern glass windows, and these all come in all the same swatches. I put like a different variant of each. So there's like a cool like triangle one, there's some square ones with different paneling in them, and these are for all the wall heights, these big windows. So you have them for like short, medium, and tall, which is kind of cool. Here's some of the wall decor. I didn't place all of it, but I placed some. There's like this cool suitcase shelf, which I liked. There's like a little baby item shelf. There's so much stuff. I know. I know. There's some paintings. There's two kinds of curtains. There's like the little small ones like that, and then some bigger curtains. I don't like the big curtains though, so I didn't place them. And also I was cutting it too close to when they took away my early access, so I didn't have enough time to place it all. But those are all the like splash pad items. You can see kind of a better look at like some of the actual splash pad thingies there, which is kind of nice. And that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna go back, now that we've seen all of that, I wanna show you guys the like build mode thingy again. In this footage, I showed off, I think I hovered over every item in the build catalog so we can see like all the stuff, and you can see the prices this way too. So I'll play this again so that we can watch it. What are the sheep? What are the sheep? Oh, there's like a little chair. Is that what you mean? I don't know. But here's all the items so that you can get an idea of all this stuff. Do the windows work on curved walls? Oh my god, I didn't check. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think about curved walls that much. I didn't check if they work on curved walls. I'm so sorry. I didn't check if they work on curved walls. Listen, it's not exactly a thought that crossed my mind, okay? But here's all the things. The plants are pretty decently priced. The like 4 plants that are attached is only 90 simoleons. Oh, here's a thing that I really loved. The picture frames that are above where my mouse is right now, those are rewards from the family reunion party that you can throw. And they're like little frames that you can slot photos that you take. So if you get like a picture of your sim, you can slot photos into it, which is kind of cute because the family reunions, one of the like jobs to do, like one of the thingies that you need to do for the event is to take a bunch of photos. So it's like the game is trying to get you to take photos, and then it gives you a prize to put them in, which is kind of nice. So is this video pre-recorded? Yeah, I filmed this earlier today before I lost early access to the pack. So this is just footage. I'm live. I'm talking live, but I'm talking on top of a video that I'm pausing and playing to show you stuff. Does that make sense? Those are all the mirrors, by the way, that I was mentioning. But yeah, this me, live. This, not live. Does that make sense? But yeah, there's a lot of build stuff in this pack. I was really excited about it. I think build mode wise, like windows, columns, doors, all of that stuff, I think this might be my favorite pack out of all of them, because I really like the build mode of this pack a lot. Like, I think that the windows are my favorites we've ever gotten. I really, really like them. I always say that about seasons before now, but these are way better. These are really nice. I think they're super beautiful. So I really enjoyed this pack. I think buy mode, I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but I do like the items. So more than Dream Home Decorator. Well, Dream Home Decorator is like a buy mode pack. It's furniture, isn't it? Build and buy, I'm kind of classing differently because like the windows doors thing is sort of separate, you know? But there's the like couple of the corbel options. We have a spandrel. We got all kinds of stuff. So anyway, from Jesse's video, the pack seemed kind of lacking. I haven't watched Jesse's video yet. I don't think that I thought the pack was lacking. I loved this pack. I had so much fun with it. This is probably one of my more favorite packs out of all of them. One of the things that I sort of thought people might say, I know I'm still showing off build mode right now, but one of the things that I sort of thought people might think is like, what's the point of this? Like, what is the gameplay? And I think that's because a lot of times Sims packs have like a core feature that is more obvious. So like city living, the core feature is like moving to the city. You know, the core feature of werewolves is werewolves. But in this pack, the core feature is like growing up and like, you know, social updates. And so it might not seem as like blatantly obvious to you because the core feature is like expanding upon a thing that we sort of already have, which isn't a bad thing. But I think that there's less of like an obvious, like, this is the one thing you can do, because there's a lot of things that you can do, and it really improves what you have. And I think after having played it, I cannot imagine playing The Sims without it. In my review, I'm posting it on Wednesday, so I know it's a little bit far away from now, but in my review, I talked about how, to me, this pack is like similar to Seasons in how much of an impact I feel like it makes. Because one of my favorite things about packs like this is that when you play it, you don't have to go out of your way to play it. Like when you play with a thing like vampires, you need to like make a vampire and then choose to be a vampire. And you might not want to be a vampire every time you play, you know? But with a pack like Seasons or a pack like this is going to impact me every time I play The Sims, because I'm always going to have kids, you know? I'm always going to be having these new milestones. I'm always going to be having like the kids growing up like that. The social interactions and compatibility is always going to affect how I'm playing. So to me, this feels like as present in my game as Seasons does, to the point where I don't know how I could go back to playing without it. Like, it seems really, it's such an addition that expands so many of the things that I play with that I'm really going to like it. So this is one of those things that I think like 6 months, a year from now, people are going to ask me, like, Kayla, what pack should I ask for Christmas? And I'll be like, Seasons are growing together. I feel like it's going to settle into being one of my favorite packs. It's kind of hard to say that now, like outright, because I only played it for a few days. And also I haven't played it like with all the other packs. I just played it alone. I haven't played it in like my regular game, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. Want to get repetitive? I don't think so. I mean, the thing is, it's not like, I don't know how to describe this, because even like Parenthood seems kind of like, well, I've done this before with the gameplay, but this gameplay, so for example, with the infants, I'm going to we'll go back to some cast stuff in a minute. I want to show you some footage of like infants and stuff. But for example, like with the infants and everything, the way that the infants work I'll tell you in base game, then in this pack. So infants in base game can do a lot of things. Hold on, I'm distracting myself trying to figure out what I want to pull up. Infants in base game can do a lot of things, but they can kind of do them when you first start. So like infants in base game can always sit in the high chair. You know, infants in base game can always scoot around. But in the pack, you have to like get there. So when infants are first born, they kind of just like sit there. And then slowly, as you play with them, you can do tummy time. They can practice learning how to roll over. Then they can learn how to sit up. And then once they can sit up, they can sit in the high chair. But before then, they can't. And once they've learned how to grasp things, which they couldn't do before, once they've learned, then they can try food themselves and like eat finger food. But until they can grasp, they can't do that. And so it feels like when you're playing with infants, they're actually growing up. Like, this is the first time, at least I think, that I've ever played with a life state in The Sims and felt like the life state was actually like dynamic and that like my sim was actually growing. Because usually life states in The Sims sort of just exist. Like, you're a toddler, then you become a child, and then you're like 8 years old for 10 days. And then you're a teen and you're like 15 years old for 10 days. And it's like you're, the same. But with infants in this pack, not with the base game, but in this pack, the infants really feel like they're changing because they like slowly are growing up and learning how to do things. And it's really cool. So this is the first time I ever fed an infant in the high chair because I had to learn how to sit up first. And then you try food. And it's so cute because they have like different opinions. So like one sim might love carrots. The next one might hate them. And so you kind of have to learn what they like and what they don't like. And they get like little milestones. The milestones range from things like actual like progression type milestones, like sitting up and crawling and stuff. But also there's like first milestones, like first food, first bath. There's one for your first blowout diaper. There's one for like sleeping through the night for the first time. So they sort of tell stories that way, but they also like unlock abilities that way. So yeah, and the infant ones, so let me see, hold on, I'll come back to this, I think. I can show you some of the milestones. This is the milestone menu. This sim I only play as an adult, so you can see the top there, it has like the different ages. But you can filter the milestones and look at them by ages. And then you can see their infant milestones when they're older. So you can kind of look back when they're old at like, chronicles of their whole life. and what they've done their whole life. It's kind of like a memory system, which is kind of cool. I think that I might have hovered over these things because some of them actually say some more information. Like it says, look, got married to Andrea, where I got married. So I assume that if you get married like 3 times, you'll have 3 of those. And it'll say got married to Andrea, then got married to, Terry, then got married to so-and-so. So that's kind of nice because you can see like all of the different parts of their lives. So I don't know. No, it won't be the last expansion pack we're getting, Feral. They've talked about how we have more coming, like at least 1 more coming in the next year. There was going to be 2 this year, I think they said. So, but yeah, those are some examples of the adult milestones, which is kind of fun to see. But when does it come out? The pack comes out on Thursday. The update comes out on tomorrow. On tomorrow. Okay. But that's some gameplay stuff. I feel like I should probably go back. Let's talk more about milestones just in general, right? Because I think sort of the core of the milestones is with the babies. You can see like there's sort of a way that you can try and learn milestones. I think the 2 like physical ones are with this playmat and then also from doing tummy time. Because with this one, they learn how to like grab things. And then when they're doing tummy time, they can learn how to roll over and sit up and stuff. And so those are the main things that you do in order to like be able to move around. I don't think toddlers can use this playmat, no. And you like keep slowly progressing. Here, I think this is me learning how to sit up for the first time. Let's watch it back. Look at me. Sit up milestone unlocked. And now if you read that, it says that I can practice standing now. I can also use the high chair now. So like as you do that, you start gaining the ability to do more stuff. I don't know. I just think this is so cool. Okay, that's a good question, Dika. Why do infants have grayed out fun? I forget which milestone it is, but before because when infants are first born, they like actually can't do anything. They just lay there and you have to like learn how to do stuff. The infants don't have a fun need until they get one of the milestones that makes it so that they can like do it. I forget which one it was. I'd have to go back and like read through all of them again, but I don't remember which one. I think maybe you need to learn how to sit or something so that you can scoot and then you can. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, I think it might be sitting that unlocks the fun need for them. Because look at them scoot. But before they can scoot, they can't do anything on their own. So, but anyway, can you control the infants? Yeah, actually, I made an entire video. I'm going to post it on Thursday. I filmed a video where I tried to exist only as an infant for as long as I could, worried that I was going to get taken away. I obviously had an adult in the household. It was like, look at them. I had an adult in the household, but it was like me only controlling the infant and then being like, feed me. Trying to see if I wouldn't get taken away. I didn't get taken away. But yeah, you can control the infant. They can't do everything, but they can like request to be fed and stuff. The sped up scoot is really funny. But you see how he has a fun need now that he can actually move on his own? That's what that is. Plum Bob bigger than his head. Do you know what? The Plum Bob is really big on him. Do they crawl? Yeah, they have to learn how to crawl though. So he can scoot right now because he just learned how to sit. But then I can try and teach him how to crawl. And then he can crawl. I think I have some footage of that too, of him learning how to crawl. Let's see if we can watch him play with this first, and then I can play him crawling. But yeah, they have to learn how to crawl first though. The whole thing is like about them learning. That's kind of like the whole vibes of the pack. Learning to crawl, how about this? Here we go. So this is, you can see mom is like sitting there with him teaching, trying to help him learn how to crawl. And then eventually he gets it and he can do it himself. So what am I doing tomorrow? Playing with infants. The infant update comes out tomorrow. So we'll play with the infants tomorrow. Crawl. I think he fell asleep. They can fall asleep on the floor. Oh no, he's pooping. Okay. They will just sleep on the floor sometimes. But anyway, I don't think it takes a super long time to teach them, but it definitely takes them some time to learn. So I think it also depends on the baby as well. I assume that like some might get it faster than others, but I don't really know how it works. So, is there a new world? Yes, we'll get into that. And there's not a new death, I don't think. What quirks have you encountered? Oh, we'll get into quirks after this. Let's finish talking about the milestones for infants. Get up! I don't remember how long it took for him to learn how to crawl, so we have to wait and see. Wait. Oh, he almost had it. You almost got it, buddy. You almost got it. Almost got it. And oh, and they age up after about like 6 days or something in game. I forget exactly how long. It's your 21st birthday. Happy birthday. That's so exciting. Please crawl. Oh, see, he learned how to clap. That's cute. Did that on his own. I know that he gets it in this video. The video has a minute left, so I know that we'll get there. Oh, here we go. I think that they glow when it's a big milestone. Yes, crawl milestone unlocked. So now he can crawl and he can get around faster. Look, see, so they do crawl, but they have to learn how to first. Before then they can't. Which is kind of cute, so. And they get into a lot more trouble once they can crawl. Does this affect toddlers? Yeah, toddlers have milestones too for like first walking, first talking, stuff like that. Which is kind of fun. The scooting is funnier. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they can go upstairs. No, when I was playing in this, I didn't try to have him go upstairs because I just deleted everything upstairs because I only had the 2 Sims. So I didn't go upstairs when I was playing with this Sim. Okay, what did somebody ask about next? What was the question? Oh, it was quirks. Okay, so the other like major feature for infants and toddlers in this pack, aside from the milestones, is the infant and toddler quirks. So basically, every infant and toddler now has 3 quirks, okay? This is my, I think that was the first one I ever got. But every infant and toddler now has 3 quirks. And you reveal them like as you're doing things. The quirks are all completely randomized. So each toddler and baby is like randomly assigned them when they age up. Oh, there's ads playing. That's annoying timing. I'll wait. How's your day been, chat? How's your day been? We'll just talk I'll get some water, you know? You have a cookie? Oh, I'm so jealous. Do you have enough for everybody? There's like only a couple people here. So you could probably share the cookie, Christine. Let me fix my headphones too. They're kind of bugging me. There we go. There's only like 9,000 people here. Do you have enough to share with everybody? It's actually extremely rude to talk about cookies in front of all your friends and not have enough to share with the class. So. Thank you all so much for the subs and bits, by the way. I know that I haven't been doing a good job of reading them. I'm very distracted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, what kind of cookies? Oh no, now we're gonna talk about cookies all day. I'm so jealous. Maybe I'll bake cookies tonight. I like that idea. You might be onto something. Do you know what? I'm actually not live earlier, Mars. I'm live at this time because it's 4 o'clock Eastern time still. If you all missed it, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of streams today, but the US changed our clocks yesterday. So I'm still live at the regular time for me, but a lot of you maybe haven't changed your clocks yet or aren't changing your clocks depending on where you live. So that's why I'm live right now. The time zone is going to be different for us for however long it takes until you change your clocks. But that's why I'm live right now, is because the time changed for me. But it might not be changed yet for you, which is super weird. I hated it. This morning when I woke up, I got up at like 7:30, still dark outside, and it was raining. So it was dark, and it was dark until like 8:30 because it was so stormy this morning. Yuck. I did not like the vibes of that. I love it being later at night, but I did not like the vibes of this morning being dark. I was trying to record. I was trying to wake up early to finish recording, and then it was dark outside. Anyway, quirks. Let's go over that again. So I think that in this pack, there's a few main pillars, okay? The first being milestones that are available for all age groups, but I think most heavily impact like infants and also toddlers to an extent. Second pillar is quirks, which are what we're going to talk about now. They're available for toddlers and infants. Then there's also the social compatibility stuff, which is like the other main pillar. And in general, those things kind of combine to make all of the main gameplay of the pack. So quirks are basically like bonus traits for toddlers and infants. And every toddler and infant has 3 that are randomly assigned. I was doing a lot of experimenting with this because I was trying to figure out like how they were assigned and like how random it was. Because at first I was like, are they getting quirks just based on things they're doing? Are they getting quirks based on traits? Like, how does that work? I got an official answer. But what I discovered is that I think their quirks are all random, except they might have some that are trait related. So for example, I had a toddler who was fussy and he hated wake up time, which kind of makes sense that a fussy toddler would like struggle with waking up. But he also loved books, which isn't like trait related, it's just randomized. So there's like some relation to traits, but like there's 3. So maybe they have 1 trait related one and then 2 random ones. And there's so many. So there's 18 each for toddlers and infants to be randomized from. And they consist of, I actually have, I pull up the cheat thing so we can see them all. This is how you cheat for them. Let me get further ahead from this. But you can cheat for them, and you can cheat to add the quirks. The cheat is like shift click pack cheats, expansion packs, EP13 infant quirks. And then you can add and remove quirks. And this is nice because you can see what quirks they have before you discover them. So this is how I realized that all the infants have quirks like the second they're made. So I made this infant and Cass, immediately checked they had quirks. So it's not gameplay related. They don't like earn them from gameplay, they just have them and then you discover them. So this one loves wake up time, hates being held, and is a feeding tinkler, which I haven't played with yet, but I think that means they pee when they're eating. So every infant is kind of different because there's so many variants of quirks that they can get. There's so many different options and it randomizes between them. So some of the others are like happy spitter. I think they spit when they're happy. Good appetite, gassy, frequently sneezes, frequently hiccups. Free air tinkler, so they like to pee in the sky. Early riser. there's like a whole bunch of them. And then you get 3 random ones. So I had fun with this because I played probably with like maybe 6 different infants over the course of my pre-recording and early access. I had different ones every time. Picky eater, messy eater, loves wake up time, loves sounds, loves being held, little babbler, hates wake up time, hates being held. The reason these are grayed out is because I either already have them or it's conflicting. Like I can't cheat to add hates wake up time if I already have loves wake up time, you know? So that's why it's grayed out in this menu because I already have one. But yeah, those are all of those. Snuggly sleeper and self-soother also, which are kind of fun. But yeah, those are all the infant ones. The toddlers have some of the same quirks, like the wake up time ones, but the toddlers also have some extra quirks, which is kind of cool. Some different ones. But I don't know. This was wild to me. There were so many things. And it was so cool because, again, each baby was like so different. Because the ones that I found really annoying were the ones that were hard to sleep. Because they have to sleep a lot and they need to be like soothed to sleep, which is kind of annoying. Some of them like to be held when they're sleeping, also really annoying. In real life too, I assume that happens and is annoying. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing with the quirks. It makes such a big difference with like how differently they're behaving. Some of the toddler ones, there was one for like loves water, so they would like to play in the splash pad more, they want to play in the toilet, and they would do it like more often autonomously. So like I think that it's kind of interesting too, because before you discover the quirks, they behave that way still. And then like once they do it for the first time, you discover the quirk. So like my sim, the toddler that loved water, he would like autonomously play in the toilet. And the game was like, oh, you love water. But it was kind of nice because like he just loved water. And then I learned that he did because of how he was acting. I just thought that was super cool. I don't know. It's really interesting how unique the babies are in this pack. Are they born with it? Yeah, they like age up and immediately have the 3 quirks. You just don't know what they are until you discover them. Does that make sense? Here's a couple more of them. So here's like an example of the discovery. So you can see this toddler has Light Sleeper, Loves Books, and Wanderer, which is kind of cool. Here's me getting a toddler quirk for the first time. I got the Hates Bedtime quirk when I tried to go to sleep, and then he tried to get out of bed in the middle of the night because he didn't want to sleep. I don't know. There's just so much to do with the quirks and the milestones for little ones. Will they always have 3 quirks? Yeah, I think that they all have 3 quirks by default. Always. And yeah, the quirks are part of the pack. That's not base game. That's part of the pack. Everything we're talking about is pack. I haven't said anything. Infants are base game, but like all these things we're discussing right now are pack content. Yeah, and toddlers get changed on the changing table too. Are infants adoptable? Do you know what? I didn't check in the adoption menu, like how you do it from the computer, but I would assume so. That's actually an interesting thing that you point out. I think this part is base game, but there's a new feature where I feel like I might have seen it in the menu in the thing that I was just at. But you can adopt babies. There we go. Go back to that. Do you see how this guy is not this baby's dad? I made 2 random Sims in cast. Do you see how it said adopt Spencer? That's because now if you're like in a household with a kid, you can adopt them. Not just like adopt as caregiver, but like actually adopt them, and then they'll be in your family tree properly. So say you're playing like a step-parent sort of household and you want to have the step-parent adopt the kid, you can do that now. And then in the family tree, it will show them like appropriately, which is super cool. So that I think is base game. I can't imagine that being pack content. So can you adopt random kids? I maybe if they're in your household. I don't know. I don't know if you can say no to it either, because when I did it, it worked. So I don't know. I'm not sure. The science baby thing is base game too. Yeah, that's base game. Okay, so that's the quirk stuff. One of the other major features of this pack, though, is family dynamics. So this is like some of the social system stuff that we sort of talked about. I want to pop into Cass and show you this, because this is super cool to me. So unfortunately, not to get your hopes up, you can't like set the aunt-uncle stuff in Cass. The Cass like relationships are still the same. So to get these Sims, I made like one Sim, made a sister has a baby, now I'm the baby's aunt. You know, like I did it like that, like how you can do right now in the base game. But I was really intrigued by how you can even have family dynamics with like extended family members. So I was super excited to see like this baby having a dynamic with his aunt, because I didn't really expect that. I thought it was going to be only like immediate family. So I was pretty impressed that I could be like a jokester with my aunt, you know? I think I showed off some more of the options here. You can be close, distant, supportive, or jokesters with like some more distant relatives. But with like people like your parents and your grandparents, we can be close, distant, supportive, permissive, difficult, strict, or jokesters. So there's a bunch of options for like how family dynamics work. And this is really interesting too, because you can set it in Cass, and you can change it, I assume, with like cast off full edit mode, but you can also in game like earn the dynamics. There's like a pop-up. I've got some footage of that too, but the pop-up will be like this, and it's based on how you're interacting with the Sims. I don't really know what I did to get a strict one with my toddler, but the game said, new dynamic, strict. When it comes to Maya and Eddie, a sense of order seems to abound, as the younger Sim has a deep respect for their older family member, often meeting the older Sim's high expectations. And so you can say yes or no to this. You don't have to say yes. And then it would give them that strict dynamic. And then it kind of affects how they interact with each other. And it can change too, because if you're like behaving differently, it might give you another option, right? This is pack, not base game. Nothing I'm showing today is base game, guys. This is all pack content. We're talking about growing together right now. It's all pack content. These are some of the main features of the pack that we're talking about right now. But anyway, so the dynamics, it's really cool because depending on the dynamic, it impacts like how the Sims interact with each other. So for example, if 2 Sims are jokesters, they'll like laugh together a lot and like interact with funny interactions autonomously a lot. If two Sims are close, they'll like talk to each other a lot autonomously. If they're in different households, like, you know, my close grandma might call me a lot. But if you're distant, it might be the opposite. They might just never talk to each other if they're distant. And if you're distant and like in the same household, this was kind of cool. I got this little like embarrassed moodlet. It says, "Oh, awkward from distant family dynamic. Stu never knows how to act around distant family members. Things just get weird. Sometimes it feels like they just don't get each other." So I love that. You can see they're sitting at the table together and he like feels awkward because he's distant with his daughter. But that was kind of impressive, you know, like the, uh-oh, what happened? Why is everybody spamming thank the mods? Is something bad going on? I never know. Anyway, sometimes it just is for fun. Other times I can't tell. I think it's just for fun. Anyway, they have like, you can see the dynamics actually impacting how they interact with each other, which is kind of cool. So that's the family dynamic stuff. And then the other like main pillar, so it's kind of like milestones, quirks, dynamics, and then the social compatibility stuff. The other kind of main pillar is the social compatibility stuff. And that one has a lot going on. So let's talk about that. Let me open up the footage of this one too. So in CAS, you can set a bunch of new likes and dislikes. So we have this new category. Let me go back to the beginning. We have two new categories, sim characteristics and conversation topics. And these are the things that impact your sim's social compatibility with other sims. So let me explain this in more detail. The sim characteristics is the first one. And I think this one has more to do with the actual like compatibility level, where it's like, yes, I like this sim, or no, I don't like this sim. And so what you can do in CAS now is set sim characteristics, likes and dislikes of the kind of sims that your sim gets along with. So this sim, Andrea, I say she likes argumentative sims, but she doesn't like ambitionless sims, okay? So what that means is, because she doesn't like ambitionless sims, she won't like sims that have the lazy or slob traits. I made this household on purpose to have sort of like conflicting compatibilities just to see how it would work. So like I made her dislike ambitionless sims, and I made her husband like ambitionless sims to like have them be opposite, so they wouldn't get along very well. But there's a lot of options for this, like argumentative, cerebral, egotistical, emotional decision makers, family motivated, funny, hardworking, high energy. Like there's so many options you can kind of see here. And then all of these things are kind of tied to traits. So because my sim dislikes nature enthusiasts, she'll dislike sims that have the love the outdoors trait. So if she meets a sim that loves the outdoors, they'll automatically have like a lower compatibility because they're, you know, they don't get along like that. And the same goes, like all of the things there kind of cover all of the traits. So yeah, CAS is going to take even longer now, I know. CAS is going to take a while to make all these and set all of these things. I'm still not sure like how I best want to play with this. Cause like, I don't know if I want to have this, like, do I want to set every single one for every sim? Or like, cause I kind of take it as like a loves, hates, or neutral. Like if I don't select one, does it mean I'm neutral towards it, you know? So I don't really know how to decide with that. But you can like really make a sort of really, I don't know, dynamic sim by setting what they like to talk about and stuff. So this one, the characteristics is the kind of sims they like, okay? The kind of other people they get along well with. And then the other like and dislike you can set now is conversation topics. So this one is like the kind of things, the kind of social interactions that work well on them. No, compatibility is not base game Peachy. This is all pack content. Everything we're showing off today is pack content. This is like one of the main pack features is compatibility. So these things, these conversation topics, if you say that you like potty humor, that means that it'll like go over really well if somebody else makes a poop joke to you. But if you dislike potty humor, it'll not go well and it's like more likely to fail. So you can pick a lot of options here. You can pick things like compliments, deception, deep thoughts, hobbies, interests, flirtation. You can pick pranks. It's kind of cool too because there's like physical intimacy is one of the options. So you could say like this sim doesn't want to be hugged, you know? Yeah, you can randomize it just like how you randomize any likes and dislikes. just like normal, which is kind of cool. So, but you can like really set what kind of conversations your sim wants to have. And this is so interesting because this makes like trying to befriend other sims so much different. Because like when you're trying to talk to another person, you got to kind of figure out what the vibes are. You know, you got to kind of figure out like, do we get along? Do we like the same things? Oh no, you're opposite of me, so we have bad compatibility. Everybody has like way more personality. And I'm so glad about that. I feel like this is such a step up. I don't know how many of you played like older Sims games, but like back in the day, you could just like high five somebody 10 times. Now you're besties. You know? So the fact that like you actually have to kind of get to know what a person wants to talk about now is really interesting to me. I think that's so cool. And yeah, you can now have 50 likes and dislikes. That's a base game update. The 24 out of 50 thing. That's a base game. So they've upped it so you can have way more likes and dislikes for everybody, but because you need way more options now because of the conversation topics and stuff. But yeah, really cool. Really cool how much detail goes into that. So you can set all these things in cast, obviously, and then you can gain likes and dislikes for it in game, just like normal, how you would normally. And then in game, the compatibility looks like this. You can kind of see down here, the little puzzle piece icons show like how compatible you are with somebody. So he and his daughter have amazing compatibility, but he and his wife have bad compatibility. So it, depending on like the kinds of sims they like and the kind of traits they have, they have awful compatibility, sorry. It can be amazing, good, bad, or awful. And I think that like when there's no puzzle, it's just neutral compatibility, I think, but I'm not sure. So yeah, he and his wife are awful compatibility. And that's the little puzzle piece icon next to their face, but also when you hover over them, it says it. So, oh no, based on their preferences, these sims totally clash. So you can still like be friends with someone that you have bad compatibility with. It's just harder to befriend them. And the other thing that's important to note about this is that the compatibility is platonic. So it's not a romantic thing. So you can be like compatible with anybody, like your kid, your grandma, you know, your friend. Like it's a green bar thing. It's a friendship bar, is what you gain compatibility with, not romance. So everybody has compatibility, basically, if that makes sense. Green bar, not pink bar, which I think is better because that way, like I think back in the day, like in The Sims 3, we only had one bar. So compatibility was like romantic, but now it makes sense that like the compatibility would be platonic because then you can get it with anybody now, you know? There isn't like a separate romantic compatibility, no. Can you turn it off, the compatibility? I guess if you don't pick likes and dislikes for the sim characteristics, your sim probably wouldn't be that affected by it. But I guess if they dislike you, you can't really do anything about that, right? So like even if you don't care, if they hate outdoorsy sims and you're outdoorsy, they don't like you. You know? And you can't really do anything about that, I don't think. I don't really know if you can turn it off. I didn't try to turn it off. I didn't really think about that because I was more concerned about turning it on and using it, you know? But I'm not sure if you can turn it off. I'm sure somebody else might have tested that, but I didn't even think to. So sorry. No, that's not base game. Again, you guys, everything we're talking about today is from the pack. This is all pack content. These are like the main pack features. Okay, so that's the compatibility and all of that, all those social things. There's a bunch of other gameplay that's like maybe like smaller things, but are, you know, things. One of those being the midlife crisis. Okay, so this one is quite fun. Unfortunately, I never got fired and I never got a work rival, so I can't show you that because I never got to see it myself. Actually, I think I'm allowed to tell you this. I'm gonna go back and check what Simguru Doi said, but I asked him about the like frequency chance because I was like, hey, I'm trying to get fired. How often does it happen? And he said layoffs are a 1% chance to start at the end of every workday. And the work rival is 2.5%. So it doesn't happen that often, but it is possible. And then the midlife crisis thing happens most often when you're in a bad mood. which is kind of exciting. But it wasn't that common. Like, it took me some effort to make this midlife crisis happen. So here's what I did. I made this sim called Angry Tammy, okay? This is Tammy, she is angry. First name Angry, second name Tammy. And I basically made her have a bunch of bad traits. I made her dislike every kind of music. And then I made her just stand here, listen to music she hates, and paint for 3 days straight, because I wanted to see the burnout feature and I wanted to see the midlife crisis. And I was told that if you're angry, you have a higher chance of getting a midlife crisis. So I made it happen. And it first started with like this desire for excitement moodlet. It says, from early midlife crisis, Angry is feeling bored and wants more out of life. Things are just blah right now. And then eventually that midlife crisis grows and it forms into this early midlife crisis where it says, life seems to be passing Angry by these days. It's the same thing day in and day out with nothing to really show for it. It might be time for a change. Oh, she's also in a terrible mood because of her midlife crisis and because of her burnout stuff, but we'll get to that. And then when we get into the full midlife crisis alert. Angry has hit the breaking point in life. She feels like her life hasn't been successful thus far, and she wishes to change that starting now. So I think there's a few different variants of like types of midlife crisis you can get. I got the like desire for success one. So you can see in the, like now in the aspiration panel, there's like a second bit where it says midlife crisis. And I have some wishes for a midlife crisis on how to, you know, handle it. And basically this crisis is gonna last a week. But if I do these tasks, it lessens the amount of time it lasts. And then once I do it, I get a new one and stuff like that. The first tasks that I had were to reach level 2 in the business career. Unfortunately, I'm an astronaut, so had to quit my job for that. Thank you, Angry Tammy. Buy a hot tub, which I could not afford. Purchase 15,000 simoleons worth of objects, also could not afford. And brag 15 times. So I was trying to work on that. I did quit my job. I don't remember if I do that in this video. So, oh, here, the rat race from midlife crisis. Angry has an intense desire to be more successful in life. On the plus side, she will earn positive career progress slightly faster during this crisis. Take a look at the midlife crisis section in the aspiration panel for more information. And you can see it lasts like 7 days. So here I go, have to try and handle this, right? So I quit my job. I got level 2 in the business career, made her happy, okay? Keep in mind, I was an astronaut. I quit my job. Then I get this. In the midst of a midlife crisis, Angry has decided rocket science is her thing and wants to do it more often. So it randomly assigns me the rocket science like, but you just made me quit your job. You were an astronaut, and then you said you wanted to quit your job. What are you doing? Anyway, I think it's completely randomized. I don't think that it has anything to do with what I actually did, but it was very funny when that happened. Because I was like, I literally just quit my job to join the business career. And now this? Really? But it like kind of sounds about right for her crisis, you know? It makes sense. Here you can see I've done a couple of the things now. So she wants to win a competition, upgrade 2 times. So she's getting more. And the more that I do these things, like the faster the crisis ends. I think that eventually, running out of time from contemplating life. Life is just slipping away and it feels like Angry hasn't really experienced the things life has to offer. Try knocking off some items from her midlife crisis bucket list. All right, calm down. She needs to relax. I don't know if I did anything interesting there. Yeah, prob's not. Okay, what next? Oh, here's some more of the ridiculous requests that it had me do. Look at this. Have a home worth 75,000 simoleons. Tammy, we have 24,000 simoleons. Even Motherload won't help you. We don't have enough money. So like that one I totally could not do, obviously. I didn't have enough money. But some of them I could do, so I was working on those. But you need to relax. Your expectations are way too high. Way too high. Like, you're level 2 of the business career, Tammy. We don't have that kind of money. But that's like the midlife crisis stuff, basically, is that you can get the random likes and dislikes. You have these quests to do. She's just tense because she's in a bad mood from it. Now, this dazed business, let's talk about that. So there's also a new burnout feature for adults. Let me see if I can pull up the start of it. Start of burnout. Okay, so basically, like I mentioned, I was really trying to cause Tammy some problems. So to try and cause these things to happen to her, I just painted for 3 days straight. And it worked. I don't really know like how frequent this would occur in regular gameplay, because I was like really trying to make it happen. Like, the girl was miserable, okay? But after painting through the night and cheating her needs for multiple days, she started to get burnt out. So you can see that little daze moodlet pop up. It says, creative fog from starting to burn out. Angry is starting to feel woozy as her creative muscles are stretched thin. Maybe she should take a break or exercise some mental skills before it gets worse. And so I didn't help her. I did not take a break. I did let it get worse. And when it got worse, it certainly got worse. So then it became full-blown burnout. At which point, Angry is burned out. Burnout negatively impacts work performance and promotions, energy, fun, and skill gain. She'll recover over time, but taking breaks and relaxing will help speed up recovery. If Angry stays burned out for too long, her condition may get worse. Yeah, and it did. I can see like the burned out moodlet for 24 hours, tense +3. And then also it shows it like on my work panel. It says experiencing burnout there, which is kind of interesting. And so from my understanding, I think that I could have fixed this because she was burnt out creatively. I think that if I had like played chess, she might have calmed down and been less burnt out because she would like exercise a different part of her brain. Unfortunately, I did not test out how to fix it. I was more concerned with how to make it worse. So I don't actually know how to fix it because I didn't try. So I was really worried about the bad, not the good. But I think that like also I could have just stopped painting and not let it get that bad and it would have been fine. So, but yeah, I was really trying to get fired also, but it never happened. And I also wanted to work rival, but that didn't happen either. Maybe next time we play, we'll get some. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this for Rags to Riches. Because, like, when I play with my Sim Stanley, I'll just paint for 3 days. And now I gotta worry about this, so that's a concern. But we'll worry about that, you know, another time. We'll get there when we get there. But those are, like, the main adult things. Those, like, the burnout and midlife crisis stuff. There's also a bunch of new... Here, let's get into the new events. Oh my god. Okay, where to begin with events? So, first things first, we've got 3 new parties. I'll start small and then we'll get into the good stuff. There's 3 new kinds of parties. There's now a family reunion, a slumber party, and also a baby shower. These are like new social events that you can call and like schedule from the phone. Here's me setting up a family reunion. This is one of the houses that I built for the pack, by the way. So this is me organizing a little family reunion event, which is kind of cute. Unfortunately, I didn't play with it that much in the video. I just planned it and then showed like the first goals for it. But there are those 3 new parties that you can throw, which is pretty fun. You can set the host. You can invite all the guests. I got to invite even an infant over, which was kind of cool. I did it here at the house. I got confused because it said that I couldn't do it, and I was like, why? And then I realized that I invited the host as a guest, so that's why I couldn't do it. This is me just being silly. There you go. Now it's fixed, and now I can host it. But for the family reunion, it wants me to take photos, thank guests for coming, talk about family, have a meal, which is kind of cute. And then, like, one of the rewards from the reunion is that little photo frame that you can put on the wall and like drag photos into. It's like a gallery wall. So the game is like telling you to take pictures and then you can hang them up. It's kind of nice. It's kind of cute how you could do that now. Love the floating name tag. Oh god, that's not my fault. That's just on the version of the game that I had. I realize it looks really annoying, but that was just on the version of the game that I had. There was a watermark on everybody's early access game. So that's kind of the family reunion vibes. I didn't throw a baby shower for the video. I did one, but I didn't film it, which was not smart of me. This is the slumber party. I thought it was hilarious. I could have a toddler be the host. That really made me laugh. So I did it. I had the toddler be the host, and then I invited the family over for the baby shower, or for the slumber party. And then when they got here, I was able to like tell them to set up their sleeping bags. They all brought sleeping bags, and it wants me to like sleep, obviously, dance, play games, have everybody eat and stuff. So there's just kind of some cute things to do there. What are Jay's pronouns? Jay's pronouns are they, them. One of the Sims that I'm playing as right now, this Sim is Jay. They use they, them pronouns. But yeah, you can have these new parties, which are kind of fun. I'm excited to have more stuff that kids can do, like the slumber parties like this. So that's kind of exciting. Also, annoyingly, ads are gonna play in like 40 seconds. Maybe I'll run them now and then not say anything interesting until they're over. Yeah, is that okay? I already snoozed them 3 times when I was talking about Angry Tammy. So I can't stop it. Yeah, I built this house. This is one of the 3 that I built. I built this one, I built a starter home, and I built the rec center. So I made a video on the builds that I did today if you want to see them. Yeah, I had them sleeping in the garden like this. So, are those new trees? Oh, good question. That's actually a tree house. I'll show you that next. We'll get into the tree house after the next couple things I want to talk about. So, that is the plan. But yeah, you can see some more of the house that I built in here, which is kind of nice. I'm really proud of the interior of this house. I will say that I wish I could have done some more decorations. Like when I look at the kitchen, I'm like, oh, I want to do better on the shelves. But we built this, obviously with just the base game in the pack. I wasn't allowed to use any cheats. I couldn't even alt place things. So my usual shelf tricks were a no-go for this one. So I couldn't do any of that. So watching it back, I'm like, oh, I wish that I could have done that, but I couldn't. So why couldn't you alt place? They asked us not to, Avery. They asked us not to with this one. No move objects, no alt placing, none of that. I was allowed to use F5 to like quarter tile place, but I couldn't alt place. And no, the infant quirks don't transfer to toddlers when they age up because they're different. So you'll have different quirks as a toddler than you did as an infant. So when they grow up, they get different. What was that quirk? Oh, good question. Let's find out. The quirk was hates bedtime. There's also like a like loves wake up time one, which is both unpleasant. So no, adults don't have quirks, just the infants and the toddlers that have quirks. Okay, so those are the 3 party types. The other big deal thing is the like long-term stays, how you can invite Sims over to stay for a long time. And this, I think, is one of, if not my most favorite part of this pack. So you can see on the calendar one of these long-term stays happening right now. So you can schedule it from the calendar, and you can also see them on the calendar and like cancel them on the calendar. So this one is actually one of the townies in the world called me up and was like, hey, I'm kind of sad. Can I come over? And I was like, yeah, I've got a brand new baby. So actually, yes, please do. I could use some help. But then she wasn't helpful because she was sad. Literally, I couldn't even ask her to help because it was like, she's too sad to help. And I was like, well, I've got bigger things to worry about than you, but fine. Sorry, that sounds really mean, but like, it's true. I did have a baby, so. But anyway, I can see she's gonna be there for 4 days. I can also cancel it from this. I can press that little delete icon. But this is also how you can schedule more of them. So you can, if you wanted to like schedule another stay, I thought at first you had to press the event button to schedule it, and then I realized that doesn't make any sense. So you actually schedule it. You have to go on a day that you don't have a Sim staying over, obviously, and then you can add a stay over. You can invite who you want to come. You can pick 1 Sim, you can pick 2 Sims, whatever. You can pick how many nights they'll stay for, pick what time they'll get there, and you can plan it in advance. So like I just planned Katrina to come next week. So you can like prepare for that, you know, and you could like in advance plan that, you know, grandma's coming this weekend and stuff, which is kind of interesting. So you can invite people yourself through the calendar if you want to. You can also do it on your phone, like invite people over. That's how you cancel it too, from the calendar. But they can also invite themselves over. So one of the ones that I got that was kind of interesting, I got a call from this person that I didn't even know. I don't remember when it pops up. This is me just playing a little bit, but I got a call from someone that I didn't know. There we go. Eleanor called and was like, infants can be a real handful, especially for new parents. I specialize in childcare, and I've helped young families in your neighborhood plenty of times. I'd be happy to help out for a few days if you're willing to accommodate me. So you can, like, she'll call randomly and ask to come help. You might have your family call and ask to come help. So those things are kind of random. The other kind of random thing is Kyle. Now, Kyle, same vibes. Kyle invited himself over to my house, okay? And I think Kyle might be one of my most favorite new townies they've ever added. Kyle's kind of iconic. Hey bro, it's me, your boy Kyle. Listen, I'm coming over to your place to chill for a few days, just like old times. Doesn't that sound sick? So he didn't even ask. He just said, I'm coming over. You can still say no, but if you say yes, which I did, Kyle comes over. Your boy Kyle comes over. There's a milestone for your first visitor, by the way, which is kind of cute. But then Kyle like shows up immediately with a suitcase, plops it on the floor, and then Kyle's at your house. Okay, so Kyle, if you guys watch the Sims official live stream, he's an interesting guy. He has a bunch of soda. He like drinks it. There's cans everywhere. He did immediately help with the baby, which was kind of nice. And when you click on Kyle, you can like ask him to help you, which is also kind of nice. Oh, here, this kid has frequently sneezes and frequently hiccups, which is interesting. But I had Kyle over. He was helping. I'm going to be honest. I never gave Kyle a bed. So whose house is this? Oh, I built this to play in. I just built it for fun. So I don't have a video on this or anything. But yeah, I didn't make a bed for Kyle. They said in the live stream that Kyle would have a sleeping bag. I never saw that. I don't know if I didn't have space for it. Kyle just never slept when he was at my house, which was funny and all. I even filmed him for a while because I was going to make a joke about how Kyle never sleeps. He just stood there all morning. And it was funny until it became a problem, you see, because Kyle never slept. And then eventually, Kyle got really tired. And Kyle fell asleep in my bathtub. So I was trying to use the toilet. Kyle kicked me out, went in the bathtub, fell asleep. I never finished peeing. My sim was just sat there, didn't pee. He won't pee because Kyle is asleep in the bathtub. Do you see how this could be a problem? Yeah, Kyle is hogging the only bathroom in the house. And now I'm gonna pee my pants. And I did. I did pee my pants because Kyle is using the only bathroom in the whole house. So, yeah, I peed my pants because of him. I got a milestone from it, which was kind of cute, but Kyle's asleep in the bathtub. So, can you wake him up? I don't know. I probably could have, but the problem is, you know how Sims get embarrassed when they walk in on other Sims? So, like, I couldn't go in there because I kept getting embarrassed. So, I didn't know what to do about it. I don't know. I suppose normally you might have more than one bathroom. Maybe a guest room for Kyle. I didn't. Kyle had a bathtub. And he took advantage of it. So that's how I peed my pants, because of Kyle. How do you kick him out? Oh, you can like kick him out of your house by deleting the event in the calendar. I didn't really care that Kyle locked me out of the bathroom because I thought it was kind of funny. So like this didn't bother me. I kind of liked this. You know that I like this kind of thing. Like I thought it was actually hilarious. So I didn't care that Kyle locked me out of the bathroom. I was actually like laughing out loud at this though. Oh, hi Snap. We have a guest. She wants to see Kyle. I don't blame her. I would too if I were her. But yeah, that was Kyle locking me out of the bathroom. And then I think this next video is me, yeah, just being embarrassed because of Kyle. Excellent. Thank you so much, Kyle. No, I don't think that you can stay over at someone else's house, but they can come to yours. I think the gameplay is more about people coming here and less about you going there, you know? I think I'll start putting guest rooms in some Sims builds. Maybe. I was just thinking that. I feel like the existence of this kind of changes how we build, you know? This whole update and pack really changes how we build, because all of a sudden we've got cribs, we've got a whole other life state, we've got changing tables, we've got guests that might need guest rooms. Like, there's so much that's different now about like what you might need in a house. So that's kind of interesting to think about. But you think you'll put Kyle in a tent? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the stayovers are pack only. Everything we've shown off so far is all pack content. The stayovers are pack content, so. Doesn't Kyle bring a sleeping bag? Well, they said that, but I didn't see that. I don't know if it was a glitch or if I think that maybe I didn't have enough space for it. Possibly, because like even my backyard has a tree house in it, so there's not a lot of space in the lot either. So I don't know. I never saw any guests sleep. Probably not a good sign, but I never saw any guests sleep. But I assume that the sleeping bag just didn't have any space to spawn. You can see the house is really full, so I think that's part of why it happened, but I don't know. I don't know. So that's the stayover feature. What else have we not talked about yet? Oh, treehouse. Okay, treehouse. Let's get into some building footage of this. This treehouse is partially built already. You can see I built like the base of the treehouse. So I sort of describe these tree houses as working very similarly to the rocket ships, and how you build, like you buy like a unfinished one and then you have to build it and then you can upgrade it. So you buy like an unfinished tree house, your Sims can build it and then they can add upgrades. So right now this Sim is adding a slide upgrade. There's a few upgrades. There's like a pole that they can slide down. There's the slide that I'm adding. So those are all the things. Let me see when we finish it. It took her ages. I didn't have help though. There we go. No, go back. Let's see it. Slide. So you can kind of like, you know, upgrade the treehouse to make it more fun. And then once you actually have a treehouse, you can play in the treehouse, which is kind of cool. So the kid, here's a few of the options. You can see you can play pretend fairy tale castle, play pretend house, island castaway, pirate hideout, space explorer. And this is kind of like playing like imaginary stuff, kind of like how you can with, almost like with the base game playground equipment. It also reminds me a lot of the Sims 3 treehouse, which is kind of cool. So I really enjoyed that about this. But this treehouse is way bigger than the Sims 3 treehouse was. There's like way more going on. It's focusing on my tail, on my cat's tail. So you can see there's like some place up here where they can stand on the top. And anybody can get up there. So like adults can go there, kids can go there. They can obviously play there. And then there's the little actual house part. Hey, Sparky, thank you for the raid. We're talking about early access footage from the new pack. I don't have early access right now. I just have footage that I filmed over the weekend, so we're just watching footage back. But thank you for coming by. It's good to see you. Here's some of the decorations, by the way. So you can set a few different variants of decorations on the treehouse, and it kind of changes, like the cardboard, like homemade decor outside, which is so cute. And then they can play in it and stuff. You can also set some like admission rules. So you can say like no adults allowed, no teens allowed, only teens allowed, stuff like that. And then you can also sleep in there. You can nap in there. You can hang out in there. You also, if you have, oh, here's the admission rules. Hold on. You also, if you have adults, can woohoo in there. So here's that. Your adult Sims can in fact woohoo in the treehouse. I couldn't because I was too sad. Hold on. I think I fixed it. There you go. But yeah, this is the new woohoo spot in the world, is the treehouse. There's only one new woohoo location, and I saw some people asking, there's not a new death, from my understanding. So I don't think that we can. Oh, by the way, my Sim in this save ended up marrying that neighbor who invited herself over to my house. So that's romance right there. She called, she said, I'm sad, can I come hang out? And I said, yes. And then we got married. So that's nice. But that's them woohooing in the treehouse. So kind of fun, I guess. How many tiles is it? Oh my god, the treehouse is enormous. Like, actually enormous. I don't remember exactly how many. Maybe like 8 by 8 or something. It's big. 10? I don't know. I think it's 8 though. It looks like 8 to me. Dika, you think 8 too? Yeah, I think that it's 8 also. But it's really big. It takes up a lot of space. Can you size it down? No, because you see how they're like animated? They're standing up there. You can't size it down because then it won't work right. Because then they would be floating, you know? So that's the treehouse woohoo. But I think one of the coolest parts about this, oh, that's a cool sentiment, by the way. There's a few new sentiments that I saw. We got this close from moving in one. I don't know. But one of the other cool things with the treehouse is that you can place stuff on it. So I was really impressed by this. You can search in build mode, like placeable on treehouse. And there's some stuff that by default slots there. So like the game mats slot there, bunch of the toys. You can see some of like the kids items, like the dollhouse, the little like activity table. Even like some planter boxes slot up there. You can slot the telescope up there. So you can place these things here and they'll actually use them. Because they like slot there nicely. So that's pretty cool that you can place it up there and you can still use it. It's actually 9 tiles. Yeah, look at that. It's big. It's a very big tree house, but you can slot a few things up there. It's only with 1 tree. Yeah, the tree house isn't a tree. It's an object. It's like a house object. So you get it like from like activity items. It's not like a tree. It's a tree house. So it looks like it's 2 trees combined for it. So that's kind of interesting. What about sleeping bags? I don't know if you can slot sleeping bags up there. You can sleep in the house part of the tree house though, kind of like a tent. Will it generate leaves? I don't know if the leaves will fall off of this. I didn't get to test any cross-pack compatibility because I only had the base game and this pack. So things about like seasons or pets, I haven't seen any of that yet because I didn't have it when I was playing this. Think about this, I had like a separate version of the game in my EA library. I had like my Sims 4 and then I had this Sims 4. Thank you, I know. My cat wants to be pet so bad. She keeps trying to put her head in my hands. But I had like my Sims 4 and then this Sims 4. And this Sims 4 had just the base game, just this pack. You can see how there's no gallery. The gallery is like disabled on this version of the game and it has the watermark obviously too. So it's a little bit different than the regular version of the game. So Snap demands attention, yeah. I think, God, I know that I had footage of like the treehouse before it was built, but now I can't remember where it was. I have so much footage, so much footage. There's so many things happening. Let's see about, oh, here's some other gameplay. This is totally unrelated. This is the cannon. Oh, this is the baby shower. I'm throwing a baby shower. Yes, okay, so I'm throwing a baby shower. Goals, talk about the baby, use celebration cannon. Unfortunately, it did not go well and it caught on fire the first time I tried it. I don't know how common this is. I only used it once, but it exploded the first time I used it. So that was pretty great. But yeah, you can have a little baby shower and stuff. When you win the baby shower, if you get like a gold medal one, you get some toys and an extra bassinet, which is kind of nice. And this cannon is like a confetti cannon, but you know, danger awaits, I guess. But yeah, that made me laugh a lot, that one. Let's see, other little gameplay things. Here's the friendship bracelets. There's a bunch of like little random things. So you can make friendship bracelets now. And then if you're close enough to somebody, you can give it to them. And then you can, they'll actually wear it on their wrist. When I made this, I wasn't close enough to anybody in the house to give it to anyone. So I had to like build the relationship. I think I eventually even cheated the relationship because they don't have a good dynamic. So I couldn't do it very easily. So I'm pretty sure I cheated it so that they would be friends enough so I could give it away. That's me trying to have them talk. It wasn't working. And then, there we go. That's me cheating the relationship. I copy and paste. The relationship cheats are super long and nightmarish. Yeah, we'll talk about confidence in a minute. Guys, I know that we have a cat cam here, I'm not sure if I should put the cat cam on for sake of covering up gameplay footage. Do you want the cat cam on? Because I can put it there. I just don't want to like cover up all the gameplay footage, but I can put it. Okay, cat cam. Please hold. I don't think it'll cover up anything necessarily. I can make it small too. Hold on. Oh, that's me. Wait. Look, there. Oh, that's me again. How about that? Presented by EA Creator Network. Snap. See, that's fine. It's not too distracting. You can still see everything. Okay, anyway, I was doing a relationship sheet there because I wanted to be able to have them share the thingies. With these cheats, by the way, you have to do it both ways. The cheat is basically like modify relationship, Jazzy's relationship with Andrea, and then Andrea's with Jazzy, and then it works, and then, you know. UI cheats is better, but I didn't have any mods, so I had to do this. But then after I was good friends, I could exchange the friendship bracelet, and it was really cute because they both had one, then they exchanged them, and then they wore it in their on their little wrists. It was so adorable. I think I zoomed in on it afterward. Look, you can see she's wearing the bracelet right there. Oh, and that's the one her mom actually made. Oh, isn't that cute? I didn't play with this part, but apparently if you like fight with somebody, you can demand the bracelet back, and it's like a deep insult. But I wasn't gonna try and have the, you know, them two fight, because that like seemed mean. But apparently you can do that. So, drama. Drama. Some other kids things that you can do. You can also, oh, before I get into that, sorry, we'll talk about that. But I wanted to show you, show you this first. I mentioned it earlier, this reminded me. That's a diaper on the floor. So like I had mentioned, if you don't have like a trash can nearby, your sim just throws the diapers on the floor now. Even from the babies, the newborns. On the floor. So, very tidy, great work on their part, just on the floor. So, I'm really excited about that. And yeah, the feeding preference, that part is base game. You can say if a sim prefers to be breastfed or bottle fed, so you can choose what your preference is for them, which is kind of nice, and then it'll do that by default. But what I actually wanted to show you is some more of the kids stuff. This is in fact the tooth pack. So your children can lose teeth now. They'll get this little moodlet pop-up that says like, oh, my tooth is loose. And then you can click on them and choose to wiggle it or pull it out like this sim is doing now. It's kind of gross. There's like drool everywhere. But you can like wiggle the lost tooth. And then when you choose to actually pull it out, I think I'll do that now. I don't remember how often I wiggled it. I was like horrified by this, so I kept watching it. She's like slobbering. It's really disgusting. But that's me pulling it out. And then after you pull it out, you can put it under your pillow. It says that I lost my tooth. I can wait a while for a new tooth to appear, or I can elect to fix the missing tooth. But so she has like a gap in her teeth. And just then I put it under my pillow and sleep. That little pop-up said, wait, go back. It's time to head to bed. If you're lucky, when you wake up, you'll have a nice surprise from the tooth fairy waiting for you in your inventory. So I put it under my pillow, went to sleep, and then I got a tooth fairy certificate, and I also got like a little sticker. I think that you get the certificate only your first time losing a tooth, but you always get the sticker. And then I got 89 simoleons, which is pretty good money. Could you imagine if in real life the tooth fairy gave you $89? I used to get like $1. 89? Rich. You're rich. That's a lot of money. You should be, you're lucky. That's a roll and a half of toilet paper. There's pretty good money in teeth, apparently. Whatever that means. That's the sticker that I got. Let me see if I can show you the, oh, here's me fixing the missing tooth. So you can like click on it. This is the wiggling. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. But then when I click on my sim, after I pulled it out, I could like choose to fix it. And I think that like fills the hole in your mouth, which is nice, I guess. That was me pulling it out. Ew. Ew. Do I have the tooth fairy? I want to show you the thingy that I got from it. That's me fixing it though, so that's good. I don't think I showed you the certificate in this. That's annoying. I want the certificate. Hold on. There's a bunch of keepsakes in this pack. Oh, here we go. Look at this. That's the certificate. So you get one of those when you lose your first tooth. It gives you that from the Tooth Fairy. There's a few like little keepsake type of items that you get. So I got like that little first tooth certificate. You get marriage certificates now. What else did I get? Oh, you get like a first day of school drawing. So when your kid goes to their first day of elementary school, they come home with a drawing, and they were different, the drawings. I also got a little like baby print keepsake item. And I think there's a few different variants of this too, but it's like a little handprint from your infant. Isn't that so adorable? And it looks so nice on my wall as well. But there's a few items that you get like that when you like do milestones. I think that it has to do with like certain milestones where you get these little keepsake items, which is kind of nice. And then you can like reminisce on the little item, which is adorable. So I really liked that. And it says Eddie's baby print. You can't wait for Thursday? Me too, Christine. It's so fun. And then there's like a little keepsake box that you can put those things in. You can see, oh, I might have skipped past it. I have a keepsake box in that little bookcase there, but, oh, here, I'm in it right now. See? So I have like some baby toys and I put the teeth stuff in there, which is nice. I don't know. And then if you've got an elder sim, you can like designate the keepsake box and you can pass it down. You can ponder the meaning of family with it, stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to play with that part too much because I didn't have elders. I don't know why I didn't play with elders, but I was so obsessed with babies that I forgot. So I didn't get a chance to use this too much, to be honest. But don't worry. Not So Berry is going to be thriving with that. Do you think you can put graves in there? Are there any sim gurus here? Can I put graves in there? Is there an object limit? Do you think that I can put 216 graves in there? Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Not that I have any reason to. But like, if it were possible, I'd love to know. That I could bring them to the apartment. Anyway, what else do we want to talk about? Puzzles. Okay, so there's a new puzzle table item. This, I think, is one of my most favorite parts of this pack, okay? So this item, it works like the other game tables that we have right now in the game. So you can switch the game on it. You can play like, you know, the other base games. You can play cards. There's 2 games that come in this pack, puzzles and symbols. And symbols is kind of like Scrabble, so you can play little word games. You can see the sim behind me at the top is playing symbols right now. And my sim is doing a puzzle. So there are a lot of puzzle options, like so many puzzle options. This one's a horse. There's a bunch of different variants of it too, but what I love the most is that you could frame them. You could pay money to frame it, and then you get it and you can like hang it up. I'm gonna put puzzles everywhere. I loved that. I was so excited about that, but there's like so many options. And you can do puzzles from reference, like take a picture of something and then do a puzzle. So you can make like so many different kinds of puzzles. And I found, now that I say that nobody's here, but I found that when I was doing puzzles, other Sims came and helped me at the community center a lot. So like at the rec center, see like random Sims came and just helped autonomously. That was my child, I think maybe stealing a puzzle piece. I know that I stole one at some point. But we can make like a puzzle of pulp if we wanted to. It's just so nice. This is me stealing a puzzle piece. You can like swipe one and then choose to return it back if you want to, and then it can actually be finished, which is kind of cool. And then I frame that and I can put it on the wall. Now, something I learned about this, I haven't tested this yet, but I want to. Do you see how that puzzle's worth 102 simoleons? I paid 45 to frame it. Get rich quick puzzle edition? I haven't filmed it yet. But I think Stanley is gonna have some puzzle time soon. So I'm quite excited about that. I loved the puzzles. I think that is so cute. So it was only 45 to frame, and then that one sold for 102. The other one sold for like 80 something. So I don't know how much money is in puzzles, but I'll find out. I'm gonna see. That'll be an experiment for us to do. But yeah, you can see more of that like symbols game right here too, underneath my face, which is kind of nice. I love games. So in my rec center, I know I made a whole video on this today, but in the rec center, there's kind of like different rooms for different hobbies. So there's like this games room down here. There's a kids playroom. There's a music room. There's like an art room. There's a cafeteria. There's all kinds of things like that. So we've got all kinds of stuff that we can do. Any new skills? I don't think that there's new skills in the pack. I think they all use existing ones. And then like the main new stuff is like milestones. This is the thing, right? Like there isn't like a skill, but I would almost argue that for infants, the skills like are milestones, you know? Because as infants are learning how to do stuff and like unlocking milestones, they're gaining like the ability to crawl, the ability to sit up. Like, so that's kind of the skill, you know? Is there an aspiration? There's aspirations for kids. There's 4 new kids aspirations. Annoyingly, ads are about to play and I can't snooze them because I snooze too much. So I'll tell you about the aspirations after they're over. I'm so sorry. But there's 4 new aspirations for kids, which is cool. Adults didn't get any new traits or aspirations with this one. And I think that puzzles is the logic skill. Let me go back. I'm going to find out because it should show me. I have some footage of symbols as well. Zoom out. I want to see. Yeah, it's logic. Now, that's part of the update. Do you see that? How it has like the little icon above the skill. It tells you what you're building now in the icon, which is kind of cool. So that's part of the update. Also in the update, kids can gain some adult skills now. So kids can like play piano now for real and gain piano skill. That part is base game. That part, the little skill icon is base game. That'll be in the update tomorrow, I assume. So, keep getting Taco Bell ads. Oh, really? Wait, but now I want Taco Bell. Oh, it seems like it's a common ad. I don't see the ads on my stream, so I don't know what they are. But that's really interesting. But anyway, that's useful that it shows that now. Let me see if I can show you guys the symbols thing, the other game. This is one of my Sims playing the symbols game. So you see how you can change the game just like the regular? So I can put it back to puzzles or cards. And I assume like when you have the other packs, I assume that you can use this same table to play like the Jenga game and stuff, which is kind of nice. So I don't know. I love the game table. I think this one's also way better than the other game tables because we don't have like a plain white one. I don't know if you have seen the base game table, but it only has 3 swatches. It's like a card table. It's like red and green, black and gray, and it's like there's not a white one. Why? So finally we have this, and you can use it to play the base game stuff or the new ones. Anyway, the base game one is ugly, and the get together one is all wood, so it's nice to have this. This one has, I know I just showed it to you in white, but if you saw it in the rec center, it's got a few like fun color swatches like those do. So, okay. So child aspirations, you can actually see the kid that I'm playing with. This is one of the new townies, but she has one of the new aspirations. So let me see if I can pull that up. There's 4 new kid aspirations. Oh, look, that's me building the treehouse. That back there is the treehouse not finished. There you go. Anyway, here's the new aspirations. This is all over the place. So the first one is the playtime captain one. So for this, you have to stomp playfully on a splash pad, which we can look at next. Do the motor skill, social skill, have some friends, ride a bike, do some more motor and social skill. So this is kind of interesting because it's not like getting to level 10 in one skill. It's like getting halfway in 2 skills. And they're all kind of like that. They're all kind of multi-skill. Are you paid to do this? Oh my God, quick clarification. Not a sponsored stream. This stream is, I was given the pack early to play over the weekend. I filmed a bunch of footage and I'm showing it to you. I'm not being paid by EA right now. This is not sponsored. I have to put that Creator Network thing on because I got early access. Purely early access. The incentive for me to do this is that I can show you all cool stuff, and also the stream does really well because it's early content. I'm not being paid by them. This is just me showing you footage that I filmed over the weekend, and there's no money exchanged. I just, the win is that, we're all excited to see this stuff, right? But anyway, these are the new aspirations. So we have that Playtime Captain one. There's also Creative Genius, which wants you to play in a treehouse, do the creativity and mental skill, stargaze, sleep in a treehouse. So it's kind of fun because these are like kind of tutorial-esque on like showing you some of the pack stuff. Become confident, mental skill, motor skill, ride a bike, go 12 hours without a negative moodlet. And also the last one is slumber party animal, which attend a slumber party, social skill, creativity skill, tell stories from a sleeping bag, exchange a friendship bracelet, have a gold slumber party, stuff like that, which is kind of nice. So I'm super excited about those. And then the other thing that is kind of the main kids feature that I keep getting distracted from showing, there's this new confidence feature in the pack for children. I don't know if you can see down there, but it says neutral confidence underneath my sim right now. So kids have like a low, neutral, and high confidence kind of vibe. And so you can build that by doing things like encouraging them and stuff like that. So it says a child's sim's confidence level can increase or decrease depending on skill gains, school performance, positive and negative socialization, succeeding or failing on skill-based activities, their moods, caregivers praising them, stuff like that. And so I think at one point I had the dad come praise her and she gained some confidence from it. But this is interesting because that confidence level sort of impacts them when they grow up. So you saw she gained confidence just then. She rejected him because she doesn't like him very much. They don't get along that well. So she gained confidence, which made her confidence high from that. Or maybe not in this clip, but when they have high confidence, they actually, when they age up with high confidence, they gain a bonus trait. So she's got high confidence right now. And when she ages up, she gets a bonus trait that turns into her teenage self-esteem. So like the way they feel as a child affects their self-esteem as a teen. And that's like a lifelong bonus trait they can earn. So you can see Jazzy has earned a bonus trait. And then we got that like high self-esteem one when we aged up with that. Yeah, I made these sims, Ferguson. These are sims that I made to practice playing with. Let me see if I can get into the Simology panel so I can show you. But I have that high self-esteem trait now because I had high confidence when I aged up. These sims regularly become confident even when failing to gain skills or succeed at work. They are also less likely to develop a fear of failure, which is huge. Less likely to develop a fear of failure. Thank you very much. That is a relief. Yeah, I think there is a low self-esteem trait. I didn't see that one. I didn't have that happen to me, but I think that there is one, yeah. There's also bonus traits. You know how already we have bonus toddler traits? Like when they are really highly skilled as toddlers, you get a bonus trait as a teen. There's also bonus infant traits that you can get when they age up from infants into toddlers. I think that I have... Let me see if I can find the footage of that. And then we can talk about the movie theater stuff because some people were asking about a moodlet that I'll show you. But there is, oh my God, I have so many folders. I'm so lost at what I'm even trying to find right now. Why can't I, sentiment, splash pad, puzzles, quirks. Hello, aging up, there you go. This is me aging from a newborn into a toddler. And so I'll see the trait that I got from this. This is the first newborn I ever played with. No, newborn, infant. But you can see this infant had loads of milestones. Because I did like everything. And so when I aged up, I got a bonus trait because I was so successful at being this. Hold on, I'll show you. Oh, there's somebody at my door. Go away. I'm busy. But look at that. Eddie has earned a bonus trait. I also got a couple skills because of how I was behaving as an infant, which is kind of cool. Duck Dan. Hello, thank you for the raid. This is like the same as normal with the toddler traits though. But that's me aging up. Hopefully I showed the bonus trait because I'm super curious about that. Come on. Hold on. There we go. Top-notch infant. Eddie is top-notch. This infant has been loved and well cared for, which will help them maintain a positive outlook on life. So you can get that bonus trait when they succeed. Are toddlers taller? No, they're the same size as they've always been. They just seem big because the infants are very small. The infants are very small. So the toddlers seem very big in comparison, but they're not anything. They've always been the same size, so. How easy was it to get that bonus trait, or was it a challenge? You know, I'm gonna say, I think it would be extremely difficult to have a very highly successful infant if you were not putting a lot of time and effort into it. Like, I had my sim, I gave this sim the work from home, like, freelance programming career from the base game, because I thought, like, oh, I'll, you know, freelance so I can work at home and be home with the kid because I'm a single parent. I did not have time to work at all. At all. Infants desire a lot of attention. They need to be fed. They need to sleep. They want to be held when they sleep. They keep pooping. I mean, like, it's... So, if I were you, take some family leave. It's really hard. So, I might actually use it now. I never use it right now. I think I will with the infants. So, it's getting too realistic. Yeah, it is getting too realistic. But there's definitely a lot that you need to do now. So, which will be interesting. You know, the baby challenge is going to be a nightmare. I don't even want to think about it. I actually don't even want to think about it. It's kind of scary. What else did I want to show you guys? I know that I was we talked about the splash pad. We could go to that next. Let's go to the splash pad next. And then, then we can talk about the bikes. How about that? Here's the splash pad. My toddler loves water. So I was very excited for him to get to do this. And they can, like, splash around in the splash pad. So these items, this is, like, the default one, the, like, thing that's sort of out in the environment, that is nearby to the community center. But you can also build a thing like this, because we've got, like, this little item she's playing in right now, the big mushroom thing, the flower thing. We have all of that in build mode. So you can make this kind of thing. Like, we have these rug items. So you can kind of craft your own custom splash pad. I think that I might build, like, a public pool and put a splash pad on it. There isn't, like, a splash pad lot type. It's just a thing that you can add. So you could put it, like, on a park. You could put it on a pool lot. You know, you could put one in the library or whatever. I think I'll probably build a pool lot, though, and put a splash pad on it because it's kind of cute, you know? And we have all these things so you can make your own. But apparently, dogs can play in this. They said that, at least. I haven't seen it because I only had, like, the base game in this pack, but apparently dogs can use it, so... A splash pad at the library? Think of the books. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Can you check adoptions, please? Oh, friend, I don't actually have the game right now. I only have the footage that I recorded when I did have the game. We lost access, so it was like a temporary, only for the weekend we had access. So I'm only showing footage. I don't have any ability to, like, check the game, unfortunately. I wish that I could, but I only have what I already filmed. Can you swim anywhere in the world? I think you can swim in some of the lakes. There's lakes everywhere. Like, actually everywhere. Which is kind of cool. Let me see if I can show you some of the... Here, this is the power walking stuff. You can kind of, like, walk around the lake with this. This is the new, like, power walking feature. You can see she's doing it right now. But this is, like, the environment around the lake by the rec center. And you can kind of walk around in that whole space, which is kind of cool. So I think that you can swim. Like, you see how back there's a beach? I didn't test it, but I assume you can swim back where that beach is. Because there seems to be, like, a walk incline, you know? We looked at build. We haven't looked at cast yet. I want to finish the rest of the gameplay stuff first. We're getting there. I want to show you guys the movie theater and then the bikes. And then, oh, there's a couple sentiments too. Let's start with that because that's faster. I love this. The infants have some new sentiments with adults. So like the baby was fascinated by his mom. Isn't that so cute? I really loved that. That was adorable to me. What else? I think this one, oh yeah, she's close from moving in with someone and showered with love from the baby shower. I noticed that the infants were like fascinated by their siblings a bunch too, which was kind of cute. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of moving in, something that was new to me that I really enjoyed is that somebody asked to move in. Look at this. Our strong friendship got me thinking about how we should live together. Can I move in with you? And then I said yes, and then I married her. But that was kind of cool because she asked to move in. So she was like my bestie, and then she stayed at my house for a long time from the new event thing, and then she asked to move in. So I loved that. That was a great feature. What if you say no? I don't think anything bad happens if you say no. I don't know. I didn't though. I said yes. I only had it happen to me once. But did the stay work well? Yeah, the stays were great. I really like the stays. I that's my favorite part of the pack, honestly. The like new infant gameplay and the long-term stays are really fun. I really enjoyed those. Do I have footage of the baby carriers in use? Yeah, but I gotta find it. Hold on. Because it was like it was one of the milestones that I had gotten. So it's in my milestones folder. Here we go. I'm using the baby carrier here. It's kind of cute. So this baby carrier, you can just, it's like an interaction. It's not an item. So I would just click on the infant and say like, put in baby carrier. And then she would put it in the baby carrier. And then you can select like a different color baby carrier from like the interactions menu. It isn't like an item in build mode. It was a gameplay thing. So I did, if I'm being honest, the first time I used it, like this time, it was fine. No bugs. You can see it's working fine right now. Like I had no issues with it. I cooked dinner with it on. Like I was able to actually use it. Then I put the baby in bed and stuff. But the next time that I tried to use it in a different save, I had like a weird bug with it where like they just wouldn't use it. Like I kept trying to put her in the baby carrier and then you would put her down. So that was kind of annoying. But I like kept trying to use it. And then I would try and do something and then he would like stop. So I couldn't tell if like maybe I couldn't use the baby carrier while he was doing those interactions, but he also just kept putting her down on the thingy. So that was kind of annoying. Yeah, baby carrier is pack. It's not in the base game, it's from the pack. So yeah, I didn't really have the best luck the second time I tried to use it, but the first one was fine. So that was one of the oh, that's a weird glitch. See, I had some glitches with the baby carrier. Look at that. I don't know what was going on there. But it wasn't every time. It was like, of the 2 times, one of the times it didn't work. So that was kind of annoying. The other glitch that I had was this weird like permanent diaper change thing. Look at this. He wouldn't stop. I had to, this happened to me a couple times and I had to reset them because he wouldn't stop like doing the diaper change. I also had some problems with them like getting in and out of the shower constantly, which was kind of annoying. So, but the thing is about these bugs, like yes, I had a couple bugs, but these aren't like game breaking bugs. Like honestly, those things and then like the sleeping bag that Kyle didn't have space for were the only really bugs that I had. And considering, I hate to say it, but like considering the wedding pack where I couldn't get married, high school years where prom doesn't work, sometimes still, I had a way better experience with this pack. This pack was a way easier, less bug experience for me. That was not as bad. So that was kind of useful. Hi Ninja, by the way. Let me show you the bikes. How about this? So I've got a bunch of bike riding practice that I got to do. I love this. The bikes, kids having bikes is one of my favorite new things too. I really love the kids being able to ride the bikes. This is my Sim's first time doing this. So I tried to get her dad to help teach her. So she like walks over to it. She puts her helmet on. There's new helmets in casts too. There's a bunch of options for them. And then she kind of rides it around. Adults can ride bikes. Yeah, adults have been able to ride bikes, but kids couldn't until now. And so she kind of has to actually learn how to do it. And so you can see she's like not the steadiest on her bike. She's kind of a little bit wary, but she'll get better over time. They gain the motor skill from it. And they said that kids who learn how to ride a bike as a child will then be faster at teaching other Sims how to ride the bike when they're an adult. So that's kind of cool. I was pretty excited about that. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get that far. I didn't play with this Sim as an adult, but that was kind of a cute little touch. It seems like that's like such a major theme. What are you doing? It seems like that's a real major theme of this pack, like your Sim's childhood and your Sim's upbringing really affects their life when they get older, which is kind of cool. Yeah, all ages have milestones when they're walking, which is kind of exciting. What else have I not shown? That's the bikes. Let me look through. Aging up, aspirations, bikes, build tours, which we'll get into, burnout, compatibility, confidence, dynamics, keepsakes, crisis, milestones, movie theater. Oh my god, so excited about this. The movie theater is a rabbit hole, which I can imagine some people, what are you doing? I don't understand cats. How is that comfortable? The way she's sitting with her arm like that, how, like, that actually can't be comfortable. You're fully like a pretzel. Anyway, the movie theater is a rabbit hole, which I can imagine some people being mad about, but quite frankly, I don't care. Here's my thing about this, right? Rabbit hole means they just go in there and you don't see them. They just go and then they come back, like work, you know, or school or whatever. Movie theaters were a rabbit hole in The Sims 3. And I have so many fond memories of my Sims going to the theater in The Sims 3 and like going on dates to the theater in The Sims 3. This made me so happy back then. So having this back, I just love this. I just love it so much. There's different films that you can watch. There's different genres. From what I've noticed, I think that they might react differently to them depending on their traits. I had my Sim and her dad come here and like watch a kids movie together, thinking like, oh, it'd be so cute. They'll watch a kids film. They'll love it. They did not like it. He hated the movie. They both hated the movie. So they had like a negative, uncomfortable moodlet from hating the movie when they got out of the film, which was kind of funny. Because I thought it was going to be cute. They were going to love it. Look, he hated it. He also smells, which doesn't help. But unfun flick from disliking movie. But they both didn't like it. So that made me laugh, that part of it. But yeah, the thing about this being a rabbit hole, right? Like, what would you even do if it weren't a rabbit hole? Like, you're just gonna watch them sit there. So I don't really care that it is one. I think the shell is super cool. And I saw some people on Twitter talking about how when you get this thing out of debug, you can place the shell in other worlds and it still works. I didn't test that myself, but I saw people online say that, which is kind of cool. So you could like place this shell on like the park lot in Oasis Springs, and then you can use it there, which is pretty fun. So I'm excited about that too. So you can't like build one, but you can kind of pretend. Your Sims go off lot. Oh, I don't care about that. It's a rabbit hole, so that's fine. That's fine. They probably just fade in. Yeah, I think they just fade in, Dika, with them going in there when they actually get there for this. Yeah, he just look, he's half faded. Yeah, they don't actually walk in, they just fade there, but yeah, so you can they could probably make CC cinemas. That's interesting. Yeah, they probably could. And I guess you could try building around it and make it look different. People used to do that in The Sims 3 in like custom worlds. They would put the shell in the basement and then build like a fake one on the outside. Oh my god, you could totally do that with the movie Hangout Stuff screen. You could build like a shell and then have this be like on the lot in the back or something, and then you can make, oh, that's cool. You could totally do that, I think. Yeah. That's a great idea. Interesting. Yeah, so you could make like a CC one and then, yeah, that's so interesting. Oh, okay. We've got ideas now for when we get our hands on the pack again. I'm really excited about that idea. Speaking of things that you can build, the rec center, maybe I'll show you that really quickly too. I built this. The rec center is a new lot type that you can make in the pack. It's not locked, so a lot of questions about like, can you bulldoze this lot? Can you change the lot? Yeah, totally. You can make this lot into anything. You can also build a rec center anywhere. So you could build a rec center like in Willow Creek if you wanted to. This is the rec center that I built. It was very challenging, so I really did my best to make it be good with limitations that I had. So hopefully you like it. But it's kind of a cool lot because it's kind of like a catch-all sort of lot where it's got the gym, it has the games room, music room, art room, showers. It has so much stuff in it. So you can use this if you're playing like Rags to Riches or something. Everything you could possibly need is here. Even a kitchen. So it's kind of useful for that purpose. One of the weird things that I still honestly don't understand, they asked me to put a tragic clown painting. Keep in mind, I built this over the course of like many months, okay? I made a whole video on that I posted today. But towards the end, they're giving me feedback like, oh, hey, Kayla, can we try this? Can we put a door to the music room because it's loud, blah, blah, blah. Towards the end, they were like, here's a list of the things, the ideas. Can you put a tragic clown painting? And I was like, I mean, yeah, but like, why? I still don't know. But there is a tragic clown. It's on this wall in the back there. You can see it next to the music room. So there's a clown here. Honestly, it's kind of nice because like the tragic clown, I don't know if there's any other lots in the game that have the clown painting, and there is gameplay attached to it. Like you can summon the clown from it and stuff. So it might be nice to encourage players to try it if they didn't know that you could do that. Did you know you could do that? Place the painting, click on it a few times, there'll be a clown. You had tragic clowns showing up for a while, but ultimately decided not to do it. You had him showing up and then changed your mind? Honestly, good idea. He's kind of scary. See, you can summon the clown. You all didn't even know. Mods, I've got a video about the tragic clown. I think... Can you Google like lilsimsie clown? See if a video comes up. We can try and link it for them if you wanted to know more about it. But lilsimsie clown. Maybe I don't want to search that, but just in case. That's base game. The tragic clown is base game. So yeah, that's the rec center lot. Let's see. I think we've gotten into, oh my God, the last thing. How have I not shown you this yet? Self-discovery traits. Then we can talk about Cass. So the self-discovery traits are the new way for you to gain traits in game. So with this, you can have up to 6 traits total instead of just 3. So you can still pick 3 in Cass, and then you can like earn more through gameplay, which is kind of cool. Is my title Scary Sims You Don't Know About? I made a video recently. What kind of title is that? Why did I call it that? Oh, hi, Kayla. Interesting, Scary Sim Secrets. I hope you had a good stream, Kayla. Yeah, we're going over some of the early access stuff from the new pack. We've kind of finished talking about all the gameplay now, which is kind of fun. This is the last thing. It's the new traits and stuff. Just as a little like disclaimer, I don't currently have early access. I had it over the weekend and I lost access. So everything I'm showing you right now isn't like live gameplay, it's footage. So I've just been like clicking through and, you know, playing back footage that I recorded over the weekend. I can't like pop into game and show you for real because it's just footage. But I filmed a lot, so hopefully I can answer your questions. Also, my chat, if you don't follow my friend Kayla, you really should. My mods will link her channel there in the chat for you. She's a very dear friend of mine, and she's great. You will really enjoy her streams. So, anyway, New personality trait. So these are the ways that you can earn these like bonus traits basically. From my gameplay, there was either the ability to gain a new trait or the ability for it to offer to change one of your traits. So this is an example of the new trait that I got offered. So this sim is being offered the lazy trait. And this, I think, is because I skipped work for 3 days because I was trying to get fired. So I was just staying home and like watching TV and stuff for 3 days, hoping that I would get fired. I didn't get fired. But I got offered the lazy trait, which honestly, yeah, maybe kind of checks out. So we got offered that trait. I think I said yes to that one because I was like, absolutely yes, I will take that. And then you can see like in his simology panel, he now has like the 4th trait. So he loves the outdoors, slob, family oriented, and now lazy, which is kind of cool. I also got offered the ability to get the ambitious trait, I think. And this one, when I first saw it, if I'm being honest, I still haven't played enough for me to know like how I feel about this. Because that one I think made sense. And I'll show you one more that I think makes sense. But this one, I was like, really? And this is the first one that I got offered. So I got a little bit scared that it was going to be kind of like too much, like how fears are kind of. I didn't have that many though. I had it happen 3 times for the whole of my playing, and this is the first time that it happened, and it's because I cheated his career. So I was playing, this is when I was like first setting up these sims to play with. I wanted him to be level like 3 of his career instead of 1, and so I was cheating it, and then he got promoted once, and the game was like, do you want to be ambitious? To which I was kind of like, I got promoted once to level 2 of the career, and I cheated it, so I don't really think that I'm ambitious. I think it's kind of the opposite. So I said no to this. I did not want that one because I felt like that didn't make any sense. No, so these don't replace previous traits. That would have been an extra trait, like a 4th trait. The thing that can replace traits is when you have it offer to swap out one of your personality traits. So this is my sim Angry again when I was playing with Angry Tammy. I made this sim with the intention of trying to have midlife crisis. So she was in a really bad mood all the time. And after I had my midlife crisis, things started getting better for me. And so I started being in the cheerful or in a happy mood a lot. And so the game was like, hey, you said that you're hot-headed and angry, but you seem like you're cheerful a lot. So maybe you should have the cheerful trait. And so it offered to give me the cheerful trait instead of hot-headed, which I said no to because her name is Angry Tammy. Why would I switch? But I think that this is kind of cool because it's sort of like it's based on your behavior. So if the game is like, hey, you said you have this trait, but you're behaving in the opposite way. Do you want to switch traits? So I'm guessing if you're like a slob sim, but you're cleaning a lot, it might be like, hey, you said you're a slob, but you're constantly mopping up ghost puddles. Do you think you're neat? And then you can switch it. So it's kind of interesting how you can like change now. Your traits can like grow with you, or you can just get bonus ones. So I haven't played a ton with this. This is the first time that I saw the swap thing pop up. So I'm not sure like how often it happens or like anything like that. But I did only have it happen to me once, and I played all weekend. I had my game open from like Friday morning until, this afternoon. So, you say you're nice, but I see 100 gravestones in your front yard. Are you sure? Are you sure? Actually, Ninja, I have 215. So, not 500, 215. I don't have 500 yet, but I will. Ninja, actually, oh my god, I have a really important question. I don't know if you know the answer to this. It's 2 questions. Number 1, can I put graves in that keepsake box? And number 2, how many things can I put in that keepsake box? Cause I have a large number of things that I would like to put in that keepsake box. Basically, I'm wondering, can I put all 215 graves in that keepsake box? I wouldn't be surprised if the answer is no, but I would like to put them all in there. If possible. I'll let you guys know when I have the pack on Thursday. I wonder if it caps at like 99 or something. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I can put everything in there. Because I'd love to put everything in there. 215 doesn't seem unreasonable, so we'll see. Cannot wait to see how people exploit this object. Yeah, this is the thing. These people spend all this time and effort. They put all this love into creating a Sims pack for us to like really, you know, deepen our Sims lives and relationships, have this amazing family story. And I'm like, yeah, okay. But can I put 215 graves in the box? Milestones? Whatever. Infants? Graves? In the box. That's the real questions. That's what I need to know. I didn't actually test that. I didn't have any sim die when I was playing. I know that it looks like based if you've seen my content, it looks like I play in that way always, but I don't always do that. So, can you put bassinet newborns in the box? Oh no, you put the box baby in the box? Ninja, you're a troll. You're a troll. Anyway, this is me swapping personality traits. I said no though, because my sim was named Angry, so I didn't want to be cheerful. And I think with that, I'm pretty sure that I've shown you all the gameplay that I filmed. I think. I'm looking back over this. I'm pretty sure. Oh, how about one last thing. This is the infants aging up, or the newborns aging up into infants. The animation's kind of interesting, so. And then we'll go into CAS, yeah, after this. We did build, we did game, now we'll go into CAS after this one. Don't worry. No, I didn't forget. I meant we looked at all the gameplay footage. There's categories, chat. 1, 2, 3. This is the infant. Oh, look at that sentiment! Whole heart. What a bliss this new baby brings to Maya's life. Isn't that so cute? There's a bunch of cute little sentiments now. I was really excited about that one. Thought that was adorable. So, anyway. Would you like to age up? No, we're feeding? Okay, age up. Age up. Age up. Age up. Oh my god. Age up. I don't know if you guys saw, if you were here earlier, but one of the other main things about this is that now, oh, here's the new babies. They look a little bit younger now. Somehow, they look older. Not like as an older baby, but like, you know how some babies look like old men? It kind of looks like that. It's like a wrinkly little newborn, you know? They made them look more wrinkly, I think. Oh, there's the new pie menu too. You can see how they changed. Oh, and look at that. I was trying to this is the one who was sad and was staying over at my house. And it said I couldn't help out because you weren't in the mood. I've got a baby. I only said yes so that you would help me. Oh, and you're not in the mood to help out? I let you stay here. As if I'm gonna let you relax. I'm not gonna ask you to relax. I don't need to take care of 2 Sims. Anyway, I was mad. I love it. She was all upset. I don't know why she was so sad. I checked, nobody died. So I don't know what her deal was, but she was really upset about something. So the new pie menu, the relation or friendship talking social menu pie menu is part of the base game update. And then the new social compatibility is part of the pack, but the menu reorganization, that's base game. Why haven't you aged up the baby yet? What are you doing? That was the whole reason I wanted to watch this. Maybe I mislabeled the footage. Doesn't look like I aged up a baby, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh. Do you know what? The video I played you is called First Newborn. This next video is called Newborn Aging Up. So that would explain why I didn't age up in that video. Because that wasn't the video. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, well, there's the baby aging up. Look, I'm floating. And you call yourself a professional. Yeah, these are the new infant traits. These are all base game. The infant traits are base game. They're cautious, sensitive, calm, intense, wiggly, or sunny now. So, anyway. I think they're a newborn for like 1 day, and then an infant for like 6 days or something. This is me being unsure of what trait I want to pick. I was like, what do I want to play with? This is my first one, so I wasn't sure what to do. I think I might have picked sensitive. Yeah, I related to that a lot. Look, then I float. And I immediately got the smile milestone the second I was born, which was kind of cute. Look at me. Adorable. Okay, and I think with that, that might be a good time for us to pop into Cass, because we're going to go give Cass to the baby. I don't know. There's a bunch of new Cass in this pack, which is kind of fun. So we'll probably just let this all run, and maybe I can try and answer some of your questions while this is playing. Although, annoyingly, do you know what? Ads are about to play, and I can't snooze it. Maybe let them play, and then we'll talk about Cass. Yeah? I'll let the ads play, and then we can talk about Cass, so nobody misses anything. Do I think the update is going to break Cass CC? I don't think that custom content, like if you have like a CC shirt, that won't be a problem. If you've got any mods, like script mods, that's what's going to be a problem. So tomorrow, UI cheats, busted. MC Command Center, busted. All those things, the script mods, when the update comes out tomorrow, are going to be broken. But you're like regular, if you've got like a CC couch or like, you know, a hairstyle or something, that stuff will be fine. But if I were you, like tomorrow, just delete the script mods that you have. They'll be 100% broken, and just keep checking on their Patreon pages and stuff, because they'll post an update. I don't know how bad they're gonna break, but usually like MC Command Center is really quick with hot fixes, and they probably have like a temporary fix out at least really quickly, which will be kind of useful. But any like cast type of CC or like assets, you know, like shirts, hairs, skin overlays, whatever, stuff like that should be fine. That won't break. Your CC should be fine. But if you have like the more columns mod, or like, you know, actual mods, that'll be a problem, you know? But the other things should be okay. So, baby pronouns? Yeah, you can set pronouns for the babies. You can set pronouns for anybody in Cass, even the pets and stuff. So the infants can have pronouns too. But anyway, here's all the Cass things. So I have a couple notes on Cass. Let's see what I said. Adult. Everything seems so cozy. Love the hairs. Faves are the sweaters and dresses. And new fave jeans for all ages. That's what I had written for the adult Sims. There's a lot of really nice Cass stuff, though. I feel like I really enjoy how a lot of the Cass items feel very much like they're good for everybody. And what I mean by that is sometimes when we get new Cass stuff, it feels really, really young adult heavy. And it's not that like other age groups can't wear crop tops and stuff, but like I don't really want my grandma to wear a crop top because I don't think she would, you know? Like my grandmother would never wear that. So I wish that I had more like grandma clothes. And I think this pack has a good amount of things that are good for all ages. Like this sweater is one of my favorite things in the pack. There's a lot of stuff that's really nice for everybody. And there's so many cute patterns. They kind of showed this off on their live stream, but a lot of the patterns and color schemes are sort of all the way across all of the outfits for all the ages. And so there's a few things, like maybe this sweater has a matching sweater that a toddler has with the same pattern. So you can kind of match between the age groups. So you can have like mom and daughter match or whatever, which is really cute. I really, really love that about it. I think that's so adorable, being able to have them like wear a little matching outfit and get some photos and stuff of the family. There isn't like a category for matching outfits. No, you have to kind of look through it all to find the swatches that match each other. But a lot of the things are of a very similar color scheme, like normal. So it's not too hard to find. We have these little shorts. There's a skirt. There's a couple like kind of loose flowy pants. A lot of this stuff I think will work pretty well for like pregnancy outfits too. You know how some of the clothing that we have kind of like looks weird on pregnant sims? Like it kind of like clips weird on them. I think some of these outfits are nice and like will cover it properly so it won't like, I don't know, have like that, you know how like it gets kind of like angular almost on a pregnant body. I think some of these things are good in that they won't do that too much because they're like longer, which should hopefully be nice for that. Can we get some Belle family photos? Yeah, and matching outfits. Oh, I would love to do that. That would be so cute. I would really like to do that. I'll do that. I'm gonna take so many family photos. I have a problem. I already have a problem. But I'm gonna take even more. That's the nice jeans, by the way. And then there's this nice skirt too. There's a couple really nice dresses. And we haven't quite gotten into it yet, but there's some really nice masculine casts in this pack. I think that one of the problems with a lot of the Sims 4 packs in the past is that like we're kind of lacking. Like the masculine frame Sims don't always get as much, but I think this one has a lot of good stuff for them. So I was kind of glad about that. I think the losers of this pack's cast are the toddlers. I think the toddlers got the least new stuff. So, but that's okay. It's very infant heavy. The toddler stuff. Oh, this little like sweater, like zip up hoodie, so cute. I want my elder Sims to go on their little walks and wear that. There's like a nightgown here, and I think the next dress is my favorite one. So I'll show you that one next. Yeah, look how cute that is. Isn't that beautiful? And the colors are so pretty. Aren't they so nice? I was very excited about that one. There's so much in cast. This footage is like 20 minutes long, by the way, so we'll be here for a while. We'll be here for a while. But you can kind of see what I mean by how there's some nice stuff for like elder Sims to maybe wear. There's just good things for everybody, and it all seems kind of comfy. Oh, hi Snap. She's being quite cute right now. She's being cute. This dress too, beautiful. There's no new shoes. There's not many new accessories. I think the only thing is these leggings. So we have these accessory leggings. I don't know why they did them as accessories instead of as pants, but they're accessories. So they're like tights. So you can layer stuff on top of them, but you can also see the underwear line. But they are cute. They're like nice workout leggings. And then we also have these earrings and 2 hats, I think, in Cass, which is kind of good. So that's realistic. Yeah, that's true. This is the first one. I'm so glad they did this. This Dika was kind of explaining to me. So you know how sometimes when we get hats and it like clips weird with hair? That hat, this is an example of a different version of a different kind of hat. This one's not clipping, but it could with certain hairstyles. The reason that the other one didn't, the scarf, is because there's like a hair overlay. So it just has like default hair and then it changes the hat. Kind of like The Sims 3, how all the hats were like fully different hairstyles. But that way, like you don't need to worry about weird clipping, which is kind of good. So anyway, this is the masculine frame sim cast. We're kind of going through all of that now. I will say that shirt that I just did, terrible texture. I don't know what's going on. I didn't zoom in, but it's like flat drawn. Least favorite shirt just because the texture was so bad. I don't understand how that happens sometimes because like we have certain items that look amazing. Which one? This one. The texture is really bad on this one where my finger is. It's not very well executed for some reason. I don't understand how it happens though, because some of them there's like really nice 3D, really beautiful textures. Others, not good. That one has a terrible texture. They didn't do a good job with that one. But you know, it's fine. I didn't zoom in on it and you guys didn't notice until I said anything, right? So Maybe that's good. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of nice casts. There's some nice t-shirts, a lot of nice sweaters. Can we see it again later? Yeah, I'll come back to that one. We'll come back to it after. We'll go through and like talk about my favorite and least favorite things once we get through all this. Hairstyles? Yeah, I did hairstyles at the end. I was doing all of the clothing first. And there's a lot of clothing. There's also some skin details. So there's a lot of cast assets to get through. Like a lot. I really like all these sweaters though. I think, I was trying to think about this because I feel like I'm always consistently impressed by the casts in packs. And I feel like they're always doing a good job with the clothing to the point where like I don't ever think like, oh, this is my least favorite cast pack, you know? Like pretty much every pack recently I've been like, wow, the cast is great, you know? So I've really enjoyed that part of this. It feels like this pack has some really good Create Sim too. Also, hey, thank you for the raid, Water. Welcome in. We're watching back some of the Create Sim footage that I filmed when I had early access to the new expansion pack. So I don't have it right now. We're watching footage. My hands are off the game. It's a video. But we're looking back at all the new clothing, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I feel like they always do well with the Create Sim. I've really liked it. Ever since like university, I feel like the cast has been always like consistently good, and it wasn't bad before. I just feel like it's really great. Something in after university shifted and life was good. Yeah, I'll show you the hair slate. I just have all the first thing that I recorded was all the clothing. And also one weird thing, there's only one styled look for all the age groups. There's like one each, which kind of surprised me. I was sort of like, why isn't there more styled looks? We normally get loads more styled looks, but we only have one for each age group this time, which kind of made me feel sad. I use styled looks a lot on townies. Like if I'm, you know, I find some person out in the wild and I think like, oh, maybe I'll be their friend. I usually just do some styled looks because otherwise they wear like eyeball rings and things. So I use the styled looks a lot for that, and we didn't get that many of them, which kind of stinks, but you too? Yeah, I use the styled looks all the time for the strangers. They need help, and styled looks are useful for that. So, I was kind of sad that we didn't get more. I wish that we could like save our own. If you could save your own styled looks, that would be great. But there's really not a lot of accessories, as you can see. We just have like the earrings and stuff. And then like the hats, there's the one hat, so. I feel like this must have been a really tough challenge for them to make the cast for this because they wanted to spread out all the new Create Sim assets across all age groups. So they didn't prioritize like accessories with this. Yeah, I filmed the styled looks. We'll get to that after I show all the cast items, I think. This footage that I filmed right here is me purely going through all the swatches of the cast items because I wanted to speed this up to put in my review. So this is like just swatches because I'm going to put it in the review video. So we do have hair footage. We'll do it next. It's like this and then maybe the styled looks and the hairs or something. I'm not sure what order it goes in, but I did all the ages of clothing first because then I could speed it up. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm posting the review that I made on Wednesday. I was saying to chat earlier, I think that the video that I posted on YouTube today is probably the longest that I've ever spent on a YouTube video, purely because of how much time went into those builds. You can't even tell in the video, but I spent so many hours on each of those builds because I built and like destroyed and rebuilt so many times. And then this review, I've played so much of this pack this weekend, more than I ever have before. So hopefully you all enjoy the review. So I hope, at least. I worked hard on it, so gonna watch the video after this. Oh, I hope that you enjoy it. It's kind of long, the video that I made on the pack. So a couple other notes on the cast. I said in my initial impressions notes on this, I liked how a lot of the kids things felt younger. Like sometimes we get some kids clothing options that feel very grown up. Like it feels like adult clothes on a kid's body, which is kind of cute sometimes, but I liked how some of these shirts felt a little bit younger. There was like a rainbow shirt and like some cutesy little kids clothing, which I appreciated because it's nice to have more stuff like that for the little ones. There's also a lot of like really nice, versatile short options in this pack too that we can use. So I was pretty excited about that. I know we have a couple dresses too. This strawberry dress, iconic, one of my faves. But my actual favorite thing for kids, I think, is the overalls, the next thing. I really, really like these. I think these are so cute. The little shirt under them is adorable. Did all this while moving? Oh, the builds? Yeah. I was moving when they were due. I think the builds were, the finished builds might have been due like the week after I moved or something. So we had like 4 due dates for like the versions of the builds we were sending to them. And I think that the finished ones that I had to submit, like final product of the builds that I did for the pack, were like the week after I moved. And there was a hurricane, like there was so much going on. I think I even told them like, hey guys, I'm gonna just upload these early in case I lose power during the hurricane. I think like I even said that to them, like it was a whole thing. I didn't lose power luckily, but I think I like sent it early because I was like, just in case. But yeah, that was wild. It was a wild time. Here's the toddler stuff. Remember me saying there's so much going on you don't even know? Yeah, there was a lot going on. I'm telling you, we always joke about this. Like, we've been saying for like a year, just you wait, when I move, there's gonna be a huge Sims pack. And then you were all like, oh look, Kayla, you moved and there wasn't a Sims pack. Yes, there was. Yes, there was. You just didn't know. And I couldn't say anything. But anyway, toddler outfits. Very cute clothes. What did I say in my notes about that? Here we go. I wrote 2 notes. Dino shirt, OMG, and new little sneakers, finally, were my 2 first impressions of the toddler cast. I saw all the chat was like, Dino! Me too. I had the same reaction. Yeah. But there's a couple cute little things here. A couple of those outfits, the full body ones, match the adult outfits. There's some cute little sandals too, and also some sneakers. So the only Sims that got shoes were toddlers, which honestly I'm not mad about because I feel like we need more toddler shoes. We don't really have a lot of them. So that was kind of cute. And there's socks for toddlers too. There's like little animal socks. So adorable, absolutely adorable. And now we're finally done with the toddler things. So onto the infant cast. The more exciting, I was looking for hats. I think there was no new ones. The more exciting thing, the infant cast, I only showed off in this video the pack outfits. There's no shirts and no pants from the pack, but there are base game ones. All the pack stuff is full body outfits, and there's loads of them. As you can see, duck onesie. We have this little onesie. There's just a whole bunch of little onesies everywhere in this pack, which I was really excited about. They also got a few extra hairs for the infants. This hair is one of the new ones for the infants too. They're just so cute. They just look so cute. I'm so excited about this. I know I keep saying this, but like genuinely, I can't believe this is really happening. Like there's an infant on the screen right now. I feel like we've been waiting for this for years. And it seemed like it'd be so cool if someday they did a baby update. I actually can't, like it's there. We actually have it. It's so cool. And they're so cute. I'm just really excited about this. This has been such a fun thing for them to do. I'm really, really happy they did it. Elephant, by the way, very cute. Also, this little sun one I thought was adorable. I think this little like tank top is one of my favorites. There's a sun and a rain swatch. So, isn't that really nice? Yeah, I knew the update was coming when I was working on the builds, Chanel. Obviously, for me to do the builds, they had to be like, hey, here's the vibes of the pack. Also, there's a baby update. So there's gonna be cribs and stuff. Actually, when they first asked me to do the builds, I was in the UK for Dan's brother's wedding. And Simguru Frost was like, hey, can you hop on a Zoom call at some point today? And I was like, yeah, I can try. Like, I'm out of town, but yeah. Because I figured if Simguru Frost wants to get on a Zoom call, like, what do you want? You know, can't be a small thing, right? Like, and so I get in the call and he's like, do you want to do the builds for the new pack? And I was like, so that was how I first found out about it. And obviously he told me about the infants then, because it's kind of like the main vibes. So is that why I streamed the Sim Summit? Well, I knew that they were going to announce infants in the summit. I hadn't seen them though, really. So that was new to me as well. All the gameplay with infants I hadn't seen. So the infants were new to me. During the summit, I'm not kidding, I was getting DMs from sim gurus like, haha, you're a good liar, Kayla. Sim Guru Ninja's DMing me like, look at this is the face of a liar, taking screenshots of my stream. So, yeah, but it wasn't a lie. This is the thing. I knew that it was coming, but like, I hadn't seen them. So I kind of described it as like, when I've given an example to chat before, I described it as like, yes, obviously you know that we're getting this pack, but you haven't seen it yet. So seeing it is still really exciting. You know, just because you heard it was coming, but you hadn't seen it yet, it's still fun to see the trailer because it's all new, you know? So that's kind of to give you an example of how it felt. Obviously, I knew it was coming, but I hadn't actually seen them yet. So, but yeah, these are all the new hairs. I'm so distracted. I'm not even talking about it. The hairs are really good. They did a really good job. I think that was my favorite one, the one we just did with the buns. I think is so cute. I really, really like these new hairstyles. I feel like there isn't that many hairstyles in this pack, but I guess they had to split them across so many different age groups. That might be why. We got a bunch of like brand new hairstyles that weren't conversions for infants, so that might be part of it. But the hairs that they did do are really good. I really, really like them. They're like super well done, so beautiful. I really like these a lot, so... Said I'd be surprised if they announced infants in the summit, because I didn't know they were going to announce them. They didn't tell me until that day. That day they were like, hey guys, just so you know, I know you already know about this, but they're going to announce it today. Don't say that you know already. So I didn't know they were for sure going to announce the infants until like they told me that day. I had no clue what was happening in the summit because they didn't tell me. Honestly, I had no idea. I didn't know if it was going to be like I didn't even know it was going to be pre-recorded like that. I didn't know anything about the summit. So that was news to me. It was pretty fun though. It was pretty fun though. But anyway, these are the other hairs that we got. There's a couple for masculine sims. Pretty much they're the same hairs across all though. And the other ages have the same hairs too. Like they gave these hairs to children as well, which is kind of nice. So... obsessed with this hair. Yeah, I feel like they did a really good job with these. I like this one a lot too. I like all of them. I don't have anything bad to say about any of the hairs. Although I don't think I usually do. I think normally I like all the hairs. I'm trying to think if there's been ones in the past that I haven't liked, but if I did, it was like, oh, this one's swatches are messed up, so that's why I don't like it. But it's not like, you know what hairs I don't like are the base game hairs, actually. I take that back. The base game ones are the ones that I don't like. They're way better now, so it's the old ones that we have to worry about. They've really improved recently. I think that there is, by the way, a new beard. I don't know if I filmed it, and I think that I also didn't get footage of the helmets that the kids have, because you can put a bike helmet on in CAS. I think I might have forgotten to film that, because I forgot that we had them when I was filming this part, and there was like no other hats, so I forgot. So that kind of stinks. But there are helmets that you can put in CAS, and there is a new beard, I think. We also have this little hair. I don't know. About the skin details? I'm pretty sure I filmed the skin details. I hope I filmed the skin details. We have 5 minutes left of this footage. And we have to look at the toddler hair, the infant hair, the styled looks, and the skin details. I think the baby helmets are a base game CAS item. I think that the helmets for babies are base game. I was a helmet baby. My head was flat, so I had to wear a helmet to fix it. I had like a problem with my neck or something, so I was like this, and then my head was getting flat, so I had to wear a helmet. So, fun that they're giving us some in The Sims. Makes sense that my head was flat or that my neck was leaning. I think you mean about the Sims. Oh yeah, it makes sense that your head was flat, Kayla. I think they meant about the Sims. That's so funny. Okay, anyway, this is the infant hair. So we got 4 extra hair. I'll move my face out of the way for this. There's 4 extra hairs for the infants. There's a bunch that are base game, obviously, but these are all the pack ones. The pack ones are the best ones, though. I'm just saying. The pack ones are really good. So they're like really cute. I think my favorite is the one with the little bow, though, because it's really nice. Yeah, we showed the build by items first, Crystal. We started with build, then did all the gameplay. Now we're in Cass here for the last bit. You also had a flat head? Oh, nice! Yeah, they have little baby hair strands, too. The hairs are really good. They did a really good job. Oh, really, Sarah? Oh, well, me and him both had neck problems. I'm sorry. I turned out okay, though. I don't think my neck leans. I don't know. Here's the styled look. There's only one for each age group. I was like looking at myself in the camera like, does my neck lean? I don't know. The other styled look for masculine Sims is this one. It's kind of like fitness outfits. I wish they had done more. There's so much good cast. I don't know why they didn't. But these are the styled looks. Oh, I like the kids one. The kids one is super cute, I thought. I just love those jeans so much. I think that's adorable. I'm pretty sure the toddlers have one too. Yes. Also adorable. They've got like a little jacket on, some matching shoes. So cute. And I don't think the toddlers have, or the infants don't have any pack ones. The infants have loads from the base game though. These are all the new base game ones, which is kind of interesting. I was impressed. They obviously had to make a bunch because they had to make them for like all outfit categories for the infants. So they did, which is cool. And I think now we're going to get into the body scars. So this is the skin details. This is the new C-section scar. That one is base game. Interestingly, the freckles and the moles are in the pack, which I don't know about, but they are. The rest of it's all base game though. Like this, all of the birthmarks and stuff are all base game, but the freckles and moles are in the pack. I don't really agree with that, to be honest. I didn't know they were gonna do that, but they did. There's a lot of different options though. So you can see these are the moles from the pack. There's a few different like body moles and body freckles. There's also some more face ones too. There's a ton of extra variants. And I'm like covered in moles. You can see them on my arms, but I was kind of excited about them. There isn't arm ones though. There's not arm moles. These are the stretch marks as well. There's a couple swatches of them too to work on more skin tones. And there's a bunch of variants. I think there's like 4. The stretch marks are base game. The only ones that aren't base game are the freckles and the moles. So I don't know why they did that, but they did. Do the face ones. Do the face ones. Do the face ones. Oh, did I not show the face ones? Kayla! Well, these are all the new likes and dislikes. I didn't show the face ones. I'm sorry. I failed you. There's more face freckles and there's face moles as well. So it's okay, Bessie, you're doing great. I tried. This is the problem with like having to film all this in advance, right? Like, we obviously I can't film it now because I missed out. So I think there's some birthmarks for your face and neck too. So you can't set any new family types, but you can set the new dynamics, obviously, between the family as well and Cass. So has so much to film. Yeah, I tried to film as much as I could. I really did my best. And that's okay, because we'll be able to look at it when the pack actually is out and stuff. It's only a couple days away, so. What are you doing now? Oh, it started over. Oh. I was like, why am I going back? That's because the video looped. So. That's all of the cast. if we wanted to look at a couple of my faves, hold on. This is one of the sweaters that has some matching swatches for toddlers. I really loved these two shirts a lot. Thought those were super nice. It's the Stork Bite base game. Yeah, I think that all of those like birthmark type of things are base game. It's just the freckles and the moles that aren't base game. I don't really know why though. Could not tell you. The cast that I like the most for the feminine frame sims, this dress I absolutely adored. That was so cute. Also loved this dress with the collar. This shirt I really liked. This is the shirt that I thought was like a bad texture. It's the detail on the front that doesn't look very good. It's like super flat. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, I don't know. You see what I mean though? The texture just looks weird. Even like around the collar, it looks weird. It's like not their best work. That's the only one that I thought was really bad though. Most of them were okay. But this one it was like jarring because I thought it was poor texture. I don't know how to explain it though. But when you compare it to the other ones, it's like, why did it look like that? Because the neck was weird? I don't know. And it isn't like the style of shirt, it's like the execution of the shirt, you know? The style is fine. It's like, it wasn't made well. Which is kind of odd, but anyway, I like also, that sweater, super cute. Love that shirt as well with the collar. This one's super cute. Oh, that one of my faves. All the hoodies are super nice. There's some great pants as well in this pack. Super nice shorts. Obviously the hair is nice. I love this rainbow shirt, which is really cute. I don't know. There's a lot of really nice casts in this pack. I feel like now that we've watched all this back though, is there anything else that you guys want to see or maybe see again? Now that we've like looked at everything, I can put back on, how about I put back on this while we chat so that you can see all the build stuff again. Oh, the dino shirt. Oh, please hold. Wait, it was a toddler shirt and it had a dinosaur. Dinosaur, see, best shirt. Best shirt. I showed the hair. Yeah, we got into the hair. Those are some of them. Oops. Oh, I'm lost. Dino is the best shirt though. Yeah, we showed off everything that I filmed. All the cast, all the builds, all the gameplay. So we did the build stuff first. I can play this video again while we chat. We showed off Midlife Crisis. Yeah, if you guys didn't get a chance to see everything, this video, obviously, when I'm done streaming, it's going to be here on Twitch, and I'm going to post this video on YouTube tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'll put it up. Basically, as soon as I can get it exported, I'll put it on YouTube. So you can always watch this video back for any more details. Today, on my main channel on YouTube, I posted a video where I showed off the builds that I did for the pack and, like, all of the behind-the-scenes process in making them. Tomorrow on YouTube, I'm going to make a video on the infant update, like all the base game stuff. Oh my god, the world! That's what I didn't show you. I'm so silly. Here we go. I'll play this. Tomorrow I'm gonna do... These are the Sims, by the way. I'll just let it play while I talk. Tomorrow we'll do the base game update video. Wednesday, I'm posting my full review. And then on Thursday, the pack comes out, so we'll have some more pack gameplay. Basically just like loads of pack content over the next little bit. So I filmed this. I can't believe I didn't show you the world tour yet. This is one of the builds that I did. This is for one of the pre-made families. So they live here. It's a couple and their toddler. That in the back there is the unbuilt treehouse that you can see. Kind of the story was like this couple has a toddler who obviously isn't old enough for the treehouse yet, but they're like building it so it's ready when she gets old enough. Which is kind of cute. This is the inside of the house. Upstairs there's like an attic and a play area and things. I made a whole video on that today though, so there's that one. Let's see. This is the other pre-made family. This is the sim that I had my sim marry. She lives with her daughter and her mom, which is kind of cute. So they have a house, obviously. I think that I did show it off. I linked in my YouTube video, by the way. I'm sure my mods can put the links too to the other 2 builders who did stuff for this pack. I'm not sure how much they've posted. I saw that Deli posted an infant video today, so I don't know if she's posted her video on the builds yet, but I'll let you know when she has so you can see what she built. This is their pre-made house, so it's one of the other pre-mades. In total, there's 9 pre-built lots and 3 empty lots. So there's 12 lots total. Most of them are houses. There's 1 rental lot, like a vacation home, so that you can go visit there. There's a library, and there's the new lot type, the rec center. So I built the rec center. Here's the other pre-made family. There's 3 in total. This family is like related to the Sims that I built for. So it's kind of cool how there's like some extended family stuff going on. And then they have their house as well. They're sort of like the oldest family in town. It kind of is supposed to be like they've been living here for a really long time. And so the storyline behind their house, I didn't build it, but the storyline behind this house is that it like has been added to over time. So there's like an old side and a new side and stuff, which is kind of a cute little idea to it. There's the inside of it. You can see more of like this area a little bit. I also filmed in this footage myself touring around the world a little bit. So we'll get into that next, I think. Annoyingly, ads are about to play and I snoozed them 3 times already, so I can't snooze them again. Here's the last pre-made family household. I didn't read their thingy yet, but I will, don't worry. But this is the blue Suburban from the trailer that I did not build. You all know this house and this family already from the trailer probably, but this is a blue Suburban also, which is kind of fun. This is the Michelson's family. Can teens mess around in the treehouse? I would assume so, because it's a woohoo spot. They can do it in all of the other woohoo spots, so I would guess so. Okay, the ads are gonna play in 3 seconds. Oh my god, I'll pause. Thought it was my build. Yeah, a lot of people did. Obviously, I didn't know they were gonna build a blue house too. But the point still stands. All the good things in this game are blue. It just is the way it is. Oh my god, I had this like urge just then to save the game. I'm not even playing. It's a video. I'm watching this back in OBS. Like I'm looking at, oh, I don't even have a display capture thing on this scene, so I can't show you. I'm watching my own OBS right now. There's no game. I don't have the game open. I can't save. It's a video. It looks like the game froze, doesn't it? It didn't. I just paused it at a weird point, didn't I? What does OBS mean? OBS is, it's open broadcasting software. It's the program that I use to stream. It's how I can like film my computer screen and put my face cam and put my cat cam and all that on here for you. It's just the program that I use to film my screen. So, do you know what, Cassie? Everybody thought that. Everybody thought that. Even after I told people that I didn't build that house, they kept saying, I think you built that house. And I was like, I'm not lying. I built a different blue house. I didn't build that one though. I built a starter home. So that made me laugh though. It's a nice house. Would I accept a pastel sheep quilt? You want to send me a quilt? You don't have to. You don't have to do that. I wouldn't say no, but you definitely don't have to spend time on that for me. That is very generous. That is extremely generous. Okay, the ads are done playing. We're back. We're back. This is the Michelson family, so you can read their little storyline. There's 2 adults, a child, and an infant here, which is kind of cute. It seems like this world has a good mix of age groups, which is also useful. Where are we going next? Back to their house, so we can show you around. Didn't see those ads? Oh, good. They don't give them to everybody. I don't really know how it works. I don't know like who all gets them. I know like no Twitch subscribers get ads. That's the empty lot, by the way, right there. You can walk out here on this dock. But yeah, no Twitch subs get ads. But other than that, I don't know how they decide like who else gets them. Like out of everybody else, I don't know how they're like, you get one, but you don't. Because it's kind of random like that. So you can walk pretty much all the way around this pond. Those are all fake houses, obviously. But your Sims can walk around this whole pond here. They can fish. There's like that old stump in the background, the remnants of the sequoia trees. So the main part of this neighborhood is like all around this lake, which is kind of nice. There's also across the bridge there, you can see my starter home kind of in the background, but there's like a little playground. That starter home, honestly, is in like the most ideal location because it's right next to that playground area. So you can like have your Sims play there and not have to buy one for your own yard, which is so good. That's my starter home. It's like 21,800 simoleons, so it's like a 2 Sim starter home. It costs like 22K instead of 20K, but it's got 4 bedrooms. So if you live there, there's space for a lot of Sims. I think I was really proud of the house for that reason, because it's like really nice to grow into. Like you can live there and then like really update it as you're getting more money to fit your family for an extended period of time. There's a lot of room to grow in that house. Which I think is ideal. And we don't really have anything like that in the game right now, like big starter homes. So me and the Sims team were super excited about that build because it felt like a really good starting point for you. Like it's nice to make a household of like 5 Sims and then move into a starter home immediately and have it fit you, you know? And then you can obviously add to it as you get more money and build a backyard and everything, which is kind of nice. This is the rec center. So around it, there's a bunch of park space, basically. Your Sim can do their little power walking around here. They can go around the lake like this. There's some nice like grill areas and stuff. The splash pads are over here too in this area. It's quite big, this open space. There's also one of the houses that I built was just back there as well, which we'll probably get to. Or we did get, that was the first thing we showed off. This is the sign for how you can do the power walking. There's like some trail markers almost, basically, kind of around the place. I don't know where we are. Oh, there's the splash pads up there. And this lot, so excited about this. This is a 40 by 20 lot, and it's like almost completely surrounded by sidewalk. I'm gonna build so many community lots here. This is like perfect for a restaurant, for like, it's gonna make such a good community lot space. I'm gonna use that for so many things. A retail lot maybe, like this is great for building community lots on. So I'm really excited about that lot. And you know what's nice? It doesn't look weird when it's empty. It just looks like a big median strip or something in the road, but it's also a lot, which is kind of cool. This is my rec center lot. Around here is kind of just fake space, but the main lot is a 64 by 64 lot that has a rec center on it, so. Or like a fake apartment building there. Yeah, like the one that I built for the eco lifestyle world. We could build a fake apartment in here too. That'd be cool. A cafe. Yeah, all those things would work so well there. Yeah, we have one 40 by 20 lot. There's one 40 by 20 lot in Newcrest. That lot right there is the other starter home, by the way. That little house right there is the other starter in this world. A retirement home, that too. The bike shop. You could build a bike shop, yes. This is the library. This isn't like the more downtown section of the world. There's like a little library area. Oh, a dog park could be cute to put there. I'd like that. I would like that. But there is a library here, and this is the community lot that I would come visit if I was like trying to go to the movie theater, because it's kind of in this part of town. But Deli built this. It's super cool. There's so many fun like community lot type items with the new bookshelves and things like that in this pack. That back there is the movie theater. It's a shell of a build, but you can use it. There's also a piano out here in the open. That huge square fountain is in debug. I'm gonna use that a lot. I think when I build a new rec center, I couldn't use debug in my rec center. I think I'm gonna put that fountain on my lot because the rec center lot is huge. I'm gonna put like a basketball court from City Living. I'm gonna put the fountain. Like I'm gonna use so many things like that probably in the rec center to fill up the giant lot. It was so hard to fill the giant lot with just the base game in this pack, and also like trying to limit items and stuff. That's their vacation rental lot that you can stay in if you wanted to come visit here. It's like right on the bay, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video renovating my builds. I'm gonna do that. That's part of my plan, I think, is to renovate my own builds in a video. Yeah, but that vacation rental is a great spot to place community lots too. I might build like a cafe or a restaurant there or something. I don't know. We'll see. That was like a little stand that you could buy food from. Over here, there's like a fake restaurant. That's an empty lot. That big green space right there is an empty lot. And then one of the townie families lives next door to this lot. This whole area is so beautiful. There's so much going on here. The world is really pretty. I really like it. It feels like there's a lot of open space. The lots are all really spread out. But a lot of the lots down here seem like really good spots for community lots. And I like this sort of downtown area. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I just think it's really nice. But anyway, this is the map. And I think that is everything. That is every inch of footage that I filmed over the weekend. Well, I built some houses and stuff, but that's the stuff that I built for stream purposes. But I hope that you enjoyed it. I am so glad that we got to do this. If you're just tuning in and you missed some of the footage that we showed off today, I did do like casts, we did build mode, we did all the gameplay stuff. So if you want to watch the stream back, you can see more of it in there. I feel like I'm getting sick. I feel like I sound not great right now. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this stream. I'm glad we got to do all of this. Tomorrow, we're going to play with the infant update. So this was all the pack content. Tomorrow, we're going to really focus on base game and like all the base game stuff that's coming after the infant update comes out. So I'm super excited about that. And then on Wednesday, I guess we'll probably play with infants again. And then Thursday, the pack comes out. So we'll show off like and play the pack for real on Thursday, which I'm really excited about. Are you going over the base game stuff on stream or just playing it? Probably both. Because I feel like we'll look at all the new furniture and stuff, and then we'll play with infants and like see what the infants are. If I'm being honest, I've not really seen what the base game infants are like. I've only really played with the pack infants, and the pack infants have all the milestones and stuff, so it'll be kind of new for us to play with the base game infants and see what the differences are. So we'll get to do that tomorrow. I think the update's gonna be out at like, they haven't said, they never say, because they're, they need to be careful about like, what if something changes? But I think the infant update will come out at 1 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, which will be 6 hours ago, but tomorrow, because they always do. Every time there's an update, it's always at that time. One super weird thing though, is that our times have changed. Our clocks have changed. So if you're in Europe and your clocks haven't changed yet, it might actually come out an hour earlier than normal. So that's something interesting to keep in mind. That is if they do it at the right time, but they should. I think they just don't say in case something happens last minute and it has to be delayed or whatever, but it always comes out at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So that is what we should expect tomorrow. And I don't know what time the pack is coming out on Thursday. I don't know if they've said. So, I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out, I guess, and then we'll play as soon as they're out. But yeah, if I were you, I'm going to assign you some homework. Chat, I think that you should back up your saves right now. Get a hard drive if you've got a Google Drive account. Upload your saves folder in there. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen, but look, it doesn't hurt to do that because the last thing you want to do is lose a beloved save file. So back up your saves just in case. It's good to do occasionally anyway. Now's a good time to do it. And prepare yourself because your mods are gonna break. Your custom content will be fine. Your like CC hairs will be fine. But if you've got, MC Command Center, stuff like that, that's gonna break. So delete it. Tomorrow, you can delete it tomorrow. But if I were you, I would back them up and then take out your mods and stuff just to get ready. So we're all good to go. And honestly, if you want to, make yourself a sim so you can play with the baby update tomorrow. Get like a new parent ready. And you know what else is fun? You can get an infant like instantly because you can do the new science baby thing. So we got a lot to look forward to tomorrow. I'm really excited. And of course, we'll be live and play with them tomorrow. So anyway, back up your saves, take out your mods. And I think with that, I'm going to go and find someone to raid. To back up your saves, how do you do it? So when I back up my saves, usually I upload them to my Google Drive account just so I have them like everywhere always. And I've got like a history of backups. But I've got like a 16 generation family that I'm not trying to lose. So I usually just upload my save files there. What you can do is like go to Documents, Electronic Arts, The Sims 4, Saves, and you want that Saves folder because that's got all your saves in it. If you're trying to be like specific, you could save like certain saves and like copy the path from in-game and figure out which one is which and then just save the couple that you want or whatever, but it wouldn't hurt to back them up. And you can back up your screenshots if you want to while you're at it, just because it might, you know, I'm not trying to like make you worried. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen tomorrow. But it is just a good reminder to do it because I hear so many folks are like, oh my God, Kayla, my laptop broke and I lost my legacy challenge save and I can't get it back. And it makes my heart hurt. So if I were you, I would try and back it up in other places, like off your computer if you can, because that way, if anything happens, if your computer explodes or whatever, you know, you've got like another version of it somewhere else, especially if you really care about a save file, you know, you don't want to lose it. But anyway, I think with that, I'm probably going to go find someone to raid. Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. This has been the best time. I'm so glad we got to talk about all these new things together. And I wonder if anyone I know, yes, my dear friend, Miss Griffey, is also showing off early access footage right now. So I might go over to Tanya's channel and take a look at all of that, if that's okay with you all. It looks like they're looking at the treehouse stuff right now. So let's go over and say hi to Miss Griffey, shall we? If you all don't follow Miss Griffey, Tanya does a ton of like Sims build stuff on YouTube and on TikTok and everything. So if you're ever curious and you love building, great person to go and check out. But we're doing kind of the same thing that I did over on Tanya's channel. But it'll be kind of fun to see their perspective and like what they played with and stuff. So again, go over and say hello. I will catch you all tomorrow for the infant update. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that. It's happening so fast. I'm so excited. We've been wanting this for so long. So long. So it's so fun to finally have it. But thank you all so much, and I will see you all in a bit, okay? Okay. Good night, everybody. Goodbye. And stop streaming.